you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
Ephs. Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for Williams, a junior on defense from Sudbury, Mass. Number 1, Megan McCarthy. A sophomore attack from Westport, Connecticut. Number 3, Stephanie Wistria. A junior attack from Darien, Connecticut. Number 6, Shay Vandenbroek. A junior at midfield from Morristown, New Jersey. Number 10, Isabel Arvello. A sophomore on defense from Wayne, Pennsylvania, number 11, Kelsey Richter. A senior at midfield from East Hampton, Massachusetts, number 13, Madison Fulcher Melendi. A senior at midfield from Avon, Connecticut, number 16, Allison Norris. A sophomore at midfield from Duxbury, Massachusetts, number 20, Abby Godwin. A junior on attack from Norwell, Massachusetts, number 22, Lily Rosen. Sophomore at midfield from Darien, Connecticut, number 26, Molly Hellman. A first year at midfield from Old Greenwich, Connecticut, number 29, Grace Collier. From Long Meadow, Massachusetts, number 30, Caitlin Joyce. And the rest of the Williams College. And now the starting lineup for the Jumbos. A senior at midfield from Green Bay, California, number 4, Anna Clark. A senior on attack from Richfield, Connecticut, number 7, May Bridey. A sophomore from Boxford, Massachusetts, number 9, Madeline Delaney. A senior from Boxford, Massachusetts, at midfield, number 10, Catherine Delaney. A junior on defense from Abington, Pennsylvania, number 15, Becca Gable. A graduate on attack from Denver, number 18, Claire Wright. A senior midfielder from Andover, Massachusetts, number 25, Amanda Kyle. A first year on attack from New Square, Pennsylvania, number 27, Margie Carding. A senior on attack from Morristown, New Jersey, number 33, Colette Smith. A junior on defense from Glenville, Illinois, number 35, Mary Grace Reynolds. A senior on defense from Boston, Massachusetts, number 99, Madison Lehan. And in goal for the Bows is a senior from Newburyport, Massachusetts, number 32, Molly La Liberty. And the rest of the Tufts University Jumbos.
announce it. So as soon as I'm done announcing it, they get through their
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and remove your hats to honor America and those who support us, our freedom at home and abroad, with the playing of our national anthem. From the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you.
Welcome to Bellow Field for the home opener of the number 2 Tufts Jumbos women's lacrosse team as they take on the unranked Williams Ephs. I'm Joe Schmidt here with Kyle Amate.
Hello, Joe. Yep, and before talking about last year or prospects for this year, we must mention the loss of amazing teammate and friend Maddie Nickpon. Maddie was a source of energy and life for this team, and the entire campus still misses her. We offer our support to her close family and friends, of which she had so many. Her teammates will be wearing a number 2 patch on their jerseys to honor Maddie, and we're all thinking about her.
Yeah, we're definitely thinking about Maddie today at Bellow, this game and every game going forward. As for the matchup, both these teams look to bounce back from season-opening losses yesterday afternoon. The Jumbos fell 9-4 to a good number 15 Colby team up in Maine, finding it tough to get the ball rolling on offense. The Ephs played their first game in just under 2 years at home and went down in a tough 10-7 loss to the number 20 Trinity Bantams.
Yeah, and the number 2 Jumbos are coming off their most successful season in program history. They captured their first NESCAC championship and were 1 goal away from beating Salisbury in the NCAA championship. They're led by their fierce goalie Molly Lay Liberty, first-team All-American last year and preseason D3 Player of the Year.
Yeah, it was quite the upset yesterday. No one was quite expecting that the Jumbos would have this much trouble on offense. They look to be missing greatly the presence of their key initiator from last year, number 17, Catherine Wallace, who graduated, as well as other goal contributors like Emily Games.
Yeah, definitely. Offense was tough to get going in that last game. I think a key for the Jumbos today is to get that ball moving. All their goals were unassisted or from free positions last game. So get that ball moving, get some assisted goals. I think that's how they're going to get this offense to open up a little bit.
Yeah, with their legs under them after the first game, that'll definitely help a lot. They looked at times put off by the physicality of the Colby team, and goalie Molly Podgorny for Colby made a lot of saves, so we'll look to see better shot placement from Tufts today.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see how the refs are going to call some physical on-ball defense. It's very subjective, just as it is in the sport. So definitely look to see some importance placed on the cross-checking on the hip and things like that.
That's right, and we're just about ready for the first draw of the game. It will be contested by Catherine Delaney for Tufts and Grace Collier, I believe, for Williams. And we're off. Ball's up in the air. Nearly taken down by Madeline Delaney. A good ground ball scrum to start the game. And the Jumbos will gain the first possession. A draw control for Anna Clark, the senior. And here comes Becca Gable taking into the offensive zone. And the Jumbos will set up their first possession.
Yeah, Anna Clark, very important piece of this team. She gets ground balls, she can score, she can also take draws herself, so great way for her to get started and get involved.
The Bulls move it around. Here's Madeline Delaney attacking from up top, back to her left. Inside, dropped pass. And a good pickup from the freshman, Margie Carden. She started yesterday, she starts today again. And here's Clark back up top as the Jumbos reset with still 56 on the shot clock.
Yeah, look for the midfield of the Jumbos to do some initiating on offense. Like you said yesterday, they did have a slow start and have some trouble getting to the net.
Here comes Clark from the top to her left. Takes it inside, a shot saved by Caitlin Joyce of the Williams Ephs. But the shot clock will reset to 60 on that. That's a new rule this year.
Great hustle there.
Anytime a shot is on goal, saved by the goalie or hits the post, the shot clock will reset to 60, not 90. Here comes Carden dodging, inside roll, gets to the crease, goes down.
See the call here.
And looks like she'll be getting a free position on the push in the back.
That was a great move by Carden. She ducked under her defender, got some space, and walled off her defender, which was the biggest part of the move, able to protect her stick and draw the foul.
Here comes Carden from the 8-meter. On the left hash, which is a good angle for a righty. She gets the shot.
Great save.
Another save by Joyce, and this time Williams comes up with the ground ball. Quickly outletted to Molly Hellman, and she carries upfield, gets it to Madison Fulcher-Melendi. And looks like Williams will be able to set up their first possession.
Yeah, they've got it with their leader right now, Abby Godwin. She is going to be initiating and looking to score.
Here comes Hellman, working around up top. She'll attack on Madeline Delaney. Swings it down to the attack. Here's Becca Gable guarding Madison Fulcher-Melendi coming from X. She comes off a pick, curls hard to the right. Good defense from Gable.
Gable, a second-team preseason All-American. The Jumbos are expecting big things from her in anchoring this defense.
Here's Shea Vandenbroek, guarded by Ananda Cow, who's made the move down to defense for this season.
Yeah, Ananda played mostly midfield last year, but I think with the strengths of this Tufts team being in the midfield, she's going to prove a lot of worth on the defensive end, especially in the clearing game.
Yeah, and the Bows defense looking strong so far. Here comes Godwin attacking to the right. She sweeps across and gets a shot. Good save from La Liberty. That'll be a shot clock reset, but Tufts comes up with it with Madison Lehan.
Lehan going up the field. She is great at ground balls, does this, and clears it very well.
She'll bring it down into the offensive zone, hand off to May Briotti, who will get it going for Tufts again. Here's Colette Smith, who is expected to be one of the main initiators in the attack of this Jumbo offense after the loss of Catherine Lawless.
Yeah, Colette Smith has a lot of experience playing for the Jumbo. She's gotten
Carden.
Significant time since a freshman. So, like you said, definitely expected to step up and be one of these key cogs of the offense without Lawless in games from last year.
Carden just probes around before giving to Delaney, who gives to Anna Clark, who will dodge from the top. She gets down the alley, takes it around to X. And the Jumbos will be patient, reset again. Up top with Carden. Looks like she'll be dodging. Good move, rolls back to her left. A good slide comes from Williams.
Great help defense by the Ephs there.
And Carden is denied. They'll have to reset again with Catherine Delaney on the outside. 30 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's May Briotti from the top. She drives to her left. Pass to the middle and intercepted by Caitlin Joyce. A little bit of a loose pass there. I like the patience from Tufts, but what do you think they could have done to improve there, Kyle?
I think they just need to move the ball around a little more before initiating their dodges. You know, sometimes it doesn't seem like a few adjacent passes are going to be that impactful, but if you can get that defense moving before you initiate your dodge, you've got a better chance at scoring.
Here's Megan McCarthy on the clear. She did well to get by the ride of Tufts. And back up to Collier, who attacks, gets inside, and scores the first goal of the game.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about this earlier. This Williams midfield can really attack. Collier, actually an attackman, with a great goal. But as you see, that goal is really about going from the clear to quick offense.
Yeah, as soon as she got the ball, she took advantage of a slightly unsettled Tufts defense, able to get down the right-handed alley and finish hard. Not much first-team All-American Molly Liberty could do about that one from so close in.
Yep, Molly is definitely a leader of this team. She had a great save on that first possession. That shot, you know, got by her, and knowing Molly, she probably took that one pretty deeply to heart. So expect her to be even more motivated.
In come some subs for Tufts. Looks like freshman Jenna Gibbons and Caroline Conahan will be in, and the draw looks to be contested by Grace Frericks, number 14. It'll be number 15, Claudia Russell, for the Ephs on our second draw of the game. Taking a little time to get it set. As we continue our first quarter, you'll note that now women's lacrosse has quarters instead of halves.
Yeah, and I think they're doing that in an overall movement to get the pace of the game going a little faster, as you'll see with the shot clock as well. So,
ball's out, goes towards the offensive zone. Shea Vandenbroek picks it up for Williams, harassed by Ananda Cow.
Cow with some great on-ball defense.
Yeah, you see there the heavy physical presence. And looks like it'll be a minor foul. Vandenbroek takes it in, gets hit hard. No whistle yet. And Mary Grace Reynolds comes away with it for Tufts.
Oh no, late whistle.
Never mind. Looks like it will be coming back. It did look like quite a lot of contact.
I tell you what, these girls are so loud on the sidelines, it's hard to hear these refs.
Yeah, it sure can be. Never mind. Looks like it will be coming back for Tufts. So there must have been a minor foul there, and Mary Grace Reynolds will take over. As our PA announcer has just mentioned, they have no idea what's going on out there, and neither do I. It looks like it will be Williams' ball after all.
Yep,
which
Gable's
does seem
coming
to
back
be,
in on defense.
Yeah, which does seem to be in the end the right decision. Outruns Frericks as well. And Conahan looks like we'll be playing on-ball defense to start. Still a bit of deliberation going on among the referees. Williams' head coach is certain that they should have the ball.
Getting a nice explanation from the referee here. Explaining that it'll still be Williams' ball.
Yeah, as expected.
Yeah.
It looks like it'll come back for the initial minor foul up top.
What's the clock? 60?
So I guess after all the confusion, they give alternate possession to Williams. So Tufts will have the next alternate possession. And it looks like Shea Vandenbroek will start with it down low. Even more deliberation continues.
Yeah, hey, it's early in the season, even for the refs, so I guess they got to knock the rust off a little bit.
It sure is. Some signaling comes, and it looks like we might finally be ready to get back underway.
That is not great.
And Vandenbroek gets us going. Here's Conahan, and now Jenna Gibbons guarding Isabel Arvello up top for the Williams Ephs. She'll take it down around to X, runs into a bit of traffic and congestion. Good pressure on ball from Jenna Gibbons so far.
Yeah, I've been liking the Tufts on-ball defense so far. That first goal that happened was a little bit off transition, but so far the settled defense for the Jumbos is looking good.
Yeah, Ananda Cow specifically playing great defense on Shea Vandenbroek, one of Williams' top attacking threats. There's a good pass inside.
Easy save for
Easy save for the Liberty. That is not great shot placement from the Ephs. That was Claudia Russell.
Yeah.
And now a great catch from Grace Frericks. She'll put it forward ahead to Gibbons. Not a great pass, and they'll turn it over. Here comes Claudia Russell back the other way.
So much of this game is based off clearing and sharp stick skills. And wow, that was an amazing pass from Late Liberty. Every pass has to be perfect, huh?
Lily Warrendorf now being harassed by Mary Grace Reynolds, who goes for the overhead check there before swinging it to Isabel Arvello. Madison Fulcher Melendi looks to attack on Frericks, finds nothing there. A little bit of an errant pass, and looks like it will go out of bounds. Tufts gets the ball back with Madison Lehan. Lehan bringing it up. She'll send it into the offensive zone for Margie Carden, and Tufts can finally hope to get a goal on the board.
Yeah.
80-second shot clock to work with.
I'd love to see some quick ball movement here.
Briotti up top to Conahan. Conahan tried to draw the shooting space, didn't get the whistle. She'll swing it back down to Carden. Carden's looking good so far on the dodge. Good move.
Yeah, she's
got
got
her
great
defender hung up.
quick change of direction with Carden.
Yeah. Here's Conahan up top. So far, ball moving around the outside okay, but it's not getting to the interior at all. And there's been little penetration of the Williams defense.
Yeah, I think they just need to speed up the passes a little bit.
Sammy Rothstein swings around to the right, gets a shot. A good save from Caitlin Joyce, which would have reset the shot clock, but it looks like she may have slipped and fallen into the crease. Or rather, there will be a foul on the push, which caused her to fall. Inside. There was a foul inside, and Colette Smith will have an 8-meter free position from the right hash. She likes to let these fly right off the rip.
This is a big shot for Smith here.
Smith lets it fly straight at Joyce, and another save for Caitlin Joyce. I think her 4th of the game, but Colette Smith gathers the rebound, and that'll reset the shot clock for the Tufts Jumbos, who really need to get something going on offense.
Definitely. I do like that dodge by Rothstein down the right-hand side. She got some space, and it was a decent shot, but a good save by Joyce.
Yeah, here comes Conahan. Can't find anything yet. Or excuse me, that was Gibbons, and here's Conahan now looking to dodge from up top, which is how Tufts has initiated all their offense so far.
They're definitely trying to set up a certain play here.
She'll swing it to Carden. Carden attacks to the left. Spins again. Another good double team coming from Williams. A little bit of contact inside.
Great control.
Through.
Great control.
Gibbons, excuse me, fights through and draws the free position. A great catch inside, fighting through some physical contact, and she gets the whistle as a reward. She'll have the best position possible right on the center hash. Here comes Gibbons. Gibbons puts it in the bottom left corner, and the Jumbos are on the board.
Yeah, I think that's the goal that this Jumbo's offense needed to show how they can get effective ball movement and really get into threatening positions on this Williams defense.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Jenna Gibbons, she scored yesterday against Colby, one of the 4 goals that Tufts scored. She's a freshman, 2 goals already in her new career. Tufts showing, head coach Courtney Shute showing she's not afraid to use the youth, starting Margie Carden, giving big time to Caroline Conahan and Jenna Gibbons, and it's paying off with Gibbons getting her 2nd goal of the season.
Yeah, so far the biggest initiators of offense for the Jumbos have been freshmen in Gibbons and Carden. So love to see that, especially after graduating so much offensive talent last year.
Yeah,
good to see the
definitely a bright
Jumbos
future.
rebuilding. Yep.
Looks like the first line midfield is back out there. Sisters Madeline and Catherine Delaney. Catherine will be taking the draw, and Anna Clark. And it is Grace Collier back on draw duties for the Williams Ephs.
Yeah, Delaney's got a lot of experience taking draws. She's been doing it a few years now for the Jumbos. They trust her.
Ball goes up. Looks like Anna Clark will have an easy ground ball, and she does.
Great
There's a draw
chemistry.
control for Anna Clark.
Great chemistry between Delaney and Clark.
She's taking it down hard. Pulls it off to the left in the end and takes it behind X. Looks like Tufts wants to set up an offense again. Here comes Colette Smith from behind to her left hand. Good pass in
Great
front.
pass.
Hey, Briotti, what a save by Caitlin Joyce. Could have gone wide, not sure. I think it might have caught a foot, though.
That's a great feed by Smith. Way to keep her eyes up during the dodge, and a great cut by Briotti.
Indeed.
Just unfortunate they couldn't capitalize.
Another good cut. Number 18, Claire Wright scores.
Hey, and she came back for a 5th year for moments like this.
That's 3 good feeds in a row from behind. That time from Clark. But first we saw it from Colette Smith. This is what we expect to see from the Jumbos offense.
Yeah, you know, I like how the Jumbos are mixing up a little bit more now as this quarter goes on into where they're going to initiate the dodges and where they're looking to feed from. While they were getting a little stagnant on offense was when they were relying on going from up top. But as they're mixing it up, coming from X now, I think they're finding a lot more open looks.
I 100% agree. I like the dodge from X by Colette Smith. She's strong, she's physical, and when she gets to that left hand, she keeps her eyes up, as you said, and can find her teammates.
Great vision.
Yeah, and that time Anna Clark with a good pass put away well by Claire Wright. Looks like it'll be Catherine Delaney again on the draw
And
for the Bows.
I believe that's Mason Yanj for the Ephs.
Coming in for the first time, but she played a significant amount against Trinity yesterday. It's Grace Collier who gets the draw control.
That's a great ground ball.
Margie Carden harassing her, but Williams will have to try to set up a clear. They swing it to Megan McCarthy. And she carries, harassed by Briotti, but does well to get it to number 26, and Williams will clear into the offensive zone in the end.
Oh, a crafty shot there from Vanderbrook. Yeah, Joe, she's known to be taking shots from different angles.
Yeah, she's a lefty. She's tall. Get her shot over pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
Here's Warrendorf absolutely being harassed by Ivy Bandari, another freshman for this Tufts team, who's been playing really well. Got a lot of time against Colby yesterday. Now it'll be Madeline Delaney on Grace Collier.
And Molly Liberty is barking out orders to her defense. She is the definition of a vocal leader.
Yeah, she truly is. Oh, a great knockdown pass by Ananda Cow. She also comes away with the ground ball, but throws it away out of bounds.
Maybe it was tipped?
It may have been tipped.
No.
Molly Liberty seems certain it was tipped, but the referees disagree. It's going to be Williams' ball off the back. A great play by Cow to cause the turnover, grab the ground ball. Unfortunately, a turnover right afterwards, and Williams will restart with Madison Fulcher-Melendi.
Yeah, well, judging by Cow's play today, you would not guess that she is really playing defense for the first time for the Jumbos.
Yeah.
Doing a great job.
Here comes Collier. Collier feet inside. Shot. What a save by Liberty. Williams cannot quite come up with the ground ball yet, but it looks like Collier will track it down. And Becca Gable presses out on her, but Williams will reset the shot clock. And another good save by Molly Liberty, who's playing well. Here comes Godwin down the alley. Hit hard by Cow.
And we know Molly to make
and
those
again
great
by
saves.
Gable. She will get the whistle that time. Play continues as she's able to self-start.
Oh, we got a broken stick here.
And Becca Gable has snapped her shaft in half with the cross check. She'll come off the field to get a new stick.
Yeah, and if you don't think this is a physical game, Exhibit A right there.
Amen to that. We saw it yesterday with Colby up in Maine, and we're seeing it today here at Bello. As Gable snaps her stick in half on Collier's hip.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Courtney Shute is trying to coach the refs through this call. A coach as well prepared as Shute is ready for everything and knows all the rules in and out.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Tufts might be preparing to bring in the second midfield again. With Sammy Rothstein, Jenna Gibbons, and Caroline Conahan. Here's Tufts looking to get the clear started. The Liberty with a great clearing pass all the way up to Cow. She'll bring it into the offensive zone. Tufts careful to stay. Here comes Ananda right down the alley. Good pass over to Wright. And Wright puts it away for a second of the game.
Wright has been looking smooth and steady finishing today. Great to see Claire Wright get out there and play well. She has the frame and the stick skills to really be a prolific scorer for the Jumbos.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Williams wants a timeout on this one. Referees have not noticed it yet. And here it comes. Williams will take their first timeout. That's truly, you see a lot of the strength of this Jumbos team on display on that last goal.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful long pass, outlet pass from Molly Liberty. One of her specialities, besides just saving everything that comes her way.
Yep.
Ananda Cow showing her midfield background. Makes a good read to her left, and Claire Wright with the finish.
Yeah, that was a great team goal on all facets there. And that's the thing with Tufts. I feel like, yesterday against Colby, they weren't really able to generate that much transition and generate those sort of uneven looks that are so high percentage to score on. So, when they can clear like that and when Liberty can connect to, experienced player like Cow, great things can happen.
Yeah, for sure. So far, Claire Wright has looked solid off ball. She's not exactly one of the Jumbo's main dodging threats, but I love to see how she's getting involved regardless.
Yep, sometimes it's not about dodging, it's just about being in the right place at the right time, and she has shown twice now today that she can find those open positions and get good shots for herself.
Yeah, definitely. And a good thing to note is, besides the free position goal from Jenna Gibbons, the 2 goals from Claire Wright coming off good feeds, which shows a kind of healthier, more ball movement dominant Tufts offense, especially compared to what we saw up in Maine.
Yeah, I think, 0 assisted goals in a game is definitely not usual for this Jumbos team. They are a team offense, like we've been saying. So for them to get some good assisted goals out early is big for the offense and just for the philosophy of the offense going forwards.
Yeah, definitely. This new attack unit, May Briotti, first-time starter, Margie Carden, freshman, and then the experience of Claire Wright and Colette Smith. But the truth is, last year, both Wright and Smith were more of off-ball players.
Yep.
With Catherine Lawless handling pretty much all of the dodging duties. So it'll be a big step up, especially for Colette Smith, who on attack is one of the main initiators. She struggled heavily against Colby's Sarah Stark, but she looks to be getting stuff going today.
Yeah, and you know, I feel like yesterday with Smith against Colby, you know, the refs were letting a more physical game be played, and you know, maybe that was a wake-up call or unexpected, but nevertheless, got to fight through that contact, and I think Smith is able to. Maybe she was just caught a little off guard.
Yeah, another draw goes up between Janj and Delaney. A good ground ball by Williams, beautifully flicked back to Isabel Arvello. A great play from number 14, Zoe Getson there to get the draw control for Williams.
Yeah, the Ephs have been solid on the draws, and Delaney, for the Jumbos, is, you know, one of the most experienced draw takers and has done pretty well considering her first team on SCAC last season. But this should be definitely a bright spot to look at for the Ephs.
Jumbos turn it over well. Claudia Russell tried to go down the alley, had it knocked away. Here's Becca Gable. She'll have to roll back. Does well to evade a double team.
Very
Good
impressed
pass
by
to
Gable.
Anna Clark. Here comes Anna Clark in an odd number situation. Good defense by Williams in the end, and they do manage to slow it out and force Tufts into a settled set. Here's Catherine Delaney from the top.
That was a great play by Gable. She is a junior now, got some very good playing time last year as a sophomore, and she just continues to be more of a leader on this field, and she's really leading by example here.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Tufts is going back to dodging from up top, at least to initiate. Here's Anna Clark. Sticking her right hand, switches over to the left. Good feed inside. Catherine Delaney, what a save by Caitlin Joyce. That'll reset the shot clock. Picked up by Williams. Nearly taken away by Colette Smith. And it looks like it is taken away by Colette. It looks like
it's going to stay with the Ephs,
looks like it'll
unfortunately.
foul. It'll stay with the Ephs.
Yeah, what a save by Joyce there.
Yeah, she has looked good so far.
Definitely.
I believe her 5th or 6th save of the day. Her confidence must be riding high, letting in only 10 against a good Trinity team. And she's showing it off again against the Jumbos today.
Yeah, as much as we like to talk about Lay Liberty, there are 2 great goalies on the field here today.
Yeah, here comes Megan McCarthy down the field on the clear. Colette Smith can do nothing about it. Minor foul, and she'll continue down, clear into the offensive zone. Pressured hard by Catherine Delaney, and she'll have to give it up to Russell. Some kind of call is coming our way. Once again, a small lack of clarity, and it'll be turned over to the Jumbos either way, as the second midfield I previously mentioned of Gibbons, Conahan, and Rothstein prepares to come in for the Delaney sisters and Clark.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the second midfield can work to initiate offense. I mean, we already saw Gibbons with her goal. She stepped up, but look for Rothstein and Conahan as well to start to initiate offense and get some good looks on goal.
Yeah, here's Carden behind cage. A little bit of a miscommunication, and Brioti got a great opportunity. Oh, that's lazy from the Jumbos, though.
Yeah.
A beautiful run out by number 12, Grace Maffei.
Yeah.
But overall, Carden was not prepared to run that shot out, and she should have been.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. It looked like that shot actually deflected off a Williams defender.
Yes, I do believe it did.
Huh.
Brioti took a little too long in front of the cage. I don't even think she expected to be that wide open.
Yeah,
Here's Arvello, pressed by the ride of Tufts. Runs 2 circles around them and will finally clear. Good athleticism from Arvello to get the clear.
Yeah, Arvello's very calm when she runs with the ball. You know, doesn't panic. If I was going against a double team of the likes of Smith and Wright, I certainly may not be able to have as much composure.
Here's Vandenbroek passing off to Godwin. Godwin attacks from the top. She'll look to get downhill. Doesn't choose to let the shot fly. And Collier will reset up top. Sticking her left hand, dodging against Frericks. And back down to Vandenbroek. This is quite the matchup between Cal and Vandenbroek. She gets a good pick, takes it down, and scores into the bottom left corner on a bounce shot.
Yeah, that's a great dodge by Vandenbroek. She gets the top side and really did a good job to protect her stick and her angle towards the net. That's a great place shot as well.
Yeah,
and you have to do
agree.
that to beat Lay Liberty.
It's true, it's true. She got a good pick from one of her teammates there, which allowed her to get free of Ananda Cow. That's been a great matchup so far, and we look forward to seeing more of it. But getting downhill with the left hand, she's going to finish that one a lot.
Yeah, Vandenbroek is definitely an initiator, and she's not afraid to put it home. So definitely we got to keep our eyes out for her going forwards.
Frericks and Janj return to the draw. Looks like Janj has been taking most of the draws for Williams after Grace Collier started out there. Frericks relieving Catherine Delaney for this one. And at the edges of the circle, Conahan and Gibbons for the Jumbos. Godwin and Collier for the Ephs. Draw control by Janj herself. Wins it to herself and gives it up to Collier. She'll sprint off. Collier clears it in as the Williams Ephs looks to bring it back level here at Bello.
Yeah, and in a game like women's lacrosse where possession is so important, these draw controls can really mean a lot to change the tide of the game and to keep momentum going.
A good slide comes from Becca Gable. A great ground ball by Grace Frericks. Jumbos turn it over. Frericks throws it over the head of Lehan. That's a bad turnover if it becomes one, but a great ground ball from Lehan to recover it, and she evades the ride before getting it to May Briotti.
Yeah, Lehan's very solid picking it up off the ground.
A good pass ahead. Here comes Jenna Gibbons running in transition. She'll take it to her left, roll back, gets inside, and then she looks to pull it out. She'll settle the offense.
Gibbons relentlessly going at this Williams defense.
Here's Carden at X, and looks like Tufts will opt for a settled possession here with Rothstein on the left wing, dodging inside. She'll give it up to Colette Smith, who looks to initiate from top. Let's see if we can see some of that vision from the midfielders here. Here's Conahan.
Yeah, Tufts has been moving to this set a lot, kind of gathering their offensive players on the goal line extended and letting an up-top dodger get isolation.
Yeah, and so far it's worked okay, sometimes getting some open looks, but more often than not it seems a little stagnant. They need a big possession here because they haven't had that much possession.
Oh, man. Carden was open there.
Yeah, pass knocked down well, and Williams is going to run.
26.
Oh.
But we wouldn't have seen that before because the quarter runs out.
Yeah.
Everyone's still getting used to the 15-minute quarters, and that's the end of our first quarter. Tufts 3, Williams 2, an exciting and hotly contested first quarter. A bunch of good saves by both goalies. Caitlin Joyce for the Ephs and Molly LaLiberty for the Jumbos. What are your thoughts on this, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, I think both teams have things to be proud of from that quarter. Jumbos getting some good assisted goals and ball movement. Thought that was great. But props to the Ephs. They have been getting a lot of ground balls, doing well in the draws, and as they're controlling possession, they're able to get their playmakers like Vandenbroek and like Collier, and they've been getting good looks. So, like I said, both teams have things to be happy about. I'm sure the Jumbos wish that they could be a little more efficient on offense. But in terms of their defense, they're really looking good.
Yeah, as you mentioned yesterday, the Bello breeze sure is blowing here in Medford. You can see the uniforms and the flags rippling. But yeah, definitely not the possession that Tufts would have hoped to end on, especially since after the first few possessions, Williams managed to dominate the ball more. Definitely had a few good number more possessions. A good play by Molly Hellman of the Ephs to knock down that pass, create a turnover. Didn't quite have the awareness to let it fly from half field, but
yeah,
might not have been something she'd do anyways. So we'll see what to look for going into the second quarter. Definitely look for Tufts to be a little more efficient, maybe change up their sets a little bit because it did get a little stagnant at times. For Williams, they just want to keep up this tenacious defense, keep going through Vandenbroek, who's played really well so far. Yeah,
Williams, they trust their one-on-one matchups a lot on offense. They're willing to give Vandenbroek, Collier, Arvello, they're willing to give those girls the green light because they're confident in their ability to get to the middle of the field and get a shot off before any defensive recoveries will come from the Jumbos. But on the other hand, the Jumbos have been playing overall pretty good on-ball defense, led by Cow and Gable, and they forced a good amount of turnovers.
Yeah, they definitely have played solid defense so far. And it was the same story up in Maine against Colby yesterday. The defense was not the problem, letting in only 9 goals, and most of them towards the end of the game. As we get ready for the opening draw of the second quarter to be contested between Janj and Delaney, the elder Delaney, Catherine, as her sister waits on the edge of the circle.
Always good to see siblings in the game at the same time.
Yeah, and these two are starting for the Jumbos this year.
Definitely
Madeline,
makes the parents
sophomore.
happy.
For sure, for sure. A lot of happy Delaney family out there. It's up in the air, chased down by Isabel Arvello. A good ground ball by the Williams player.
Arvello has been
gets
great
it going.
off the ground today.
She'll give it up to Janj. Janj to Vandenbroek, and Janj sprints off as before.
Yeah, look for this matchup between Vandenbroek and Cow to be one of the more important ones as the Ephs are on the offensive end.
Good takeaway by Mary Grace Reynolds. Coming over the head on the check on Lily Warrendorf. She's played quite well today.
Certainly, and I think for people a little less familiar with the sport, to get a precise stick check like that is so impactful and very rare.
Unfortunately, a turnover in the clear. Claudia Russell coming downhill. Good defense by Madison Lehan. Back to her right hand and a good save across her body by Molly Liberty.
That's a great save. I think to beat Lay Liberty, you just need to put way more velocity on the ball. Something like that, she will eat up no matter where it's placed.
Here comes Delaney in transition. She'll swing it over to Carden. Carden shoots. Carden scores! Number 27, Margie Carden, the freshman, gets her first goal of her career.
That was a great goal. Way to be patient by Carden, and then for her to get that shot off with so much mustard, that is really impressive.
Yeah, high to high, right in the top of the net. Joyce had no chance.
No chance.
And it is 4-2 Tufts, just a minute into this second quarter. That's a good sign for the Tufts offense. They ran in transition through Delaney, a good pass down low. That's the second time they've scored like that in transition. First time it was right, this time Carden.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story for the Jumbo's offense so far today. When they've been in transition, they've gotten great looks. I think this Williams transition defense is maybe not as organized as they'd like it to be. So, the Jumbos just have to keep being patient like Carden was on that possession, and they'll find the back of the net.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like it's Colette Smith coming out to the draw circle this time. We've seen her practicing that. She did take some last year. Certainly not the main draw taker on this Jumbo's team.
She's got the height for it.
Done. She certainly does. It's Janj again for the Williams Ephs.
Yeah, Janj has been really solid for the Ephs so far today.
She certainly has. Ever since she's come in, they've controlled the majority of the draws.
Yeah, and her teammates are definitely loving it as well. She gets a lot of pats on the back and cheers as she comes off the field.
Here's the draw between Smith and Janj. Ball's up. Smith manages to tap it to herself, picks up the ground ball. Well done by Colette Smith. Maybe that's why they brought her in.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to make that more of a permanent adjustment going against Janj here. That was a very nice controlled win by Smith.
Yeah, for sure. I think the height there might have made a big difference. Here comes Carden to her right hand. Pushed away. She'll reset up top. Swing it to Colette Smith, who attacks to her left. Back outside to Catherine Delaney, guarded by Grace Maffei, and now Megan McCarthy guarding May Briotti. Here's Anna Clark up top, over to Catherine Delaney. And here Clark again, she'll initiate as usual. Gets back to her right, good shot, and a good goal from Anna Clark.
Yeah, great quick footwork there by Clark. She likes to dodge from up top, and usually when you are dodging from up top, it's a matter of 2 or 3 hard steps to juke your defender, make them go the wrong way, and Clark put that all on display there. Great shot.
Yeah, and Molly Liberty comes running all the way from her goal to celebrate with the team.
Like I said, she is a vocal leader. Look at her. She's pumping up the crowd, or maybe just pumping up herself.
Yeah, she truly is the heart and soul of this Tufts defense and just team in general.
Gotta say, there's a great crowd out here for the Jumbos. It's a nice day as well. Maybe that contributes.
Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of home support for your Bows. Great to see.
Yeah, that's just a great goal all around by Anna Clark.
Yeah.
After the shift, she let that shot go so fast there was no chance for a Williams defender to slide in, which they'd been doing pretty well before. But Jumbos will take a 3-goal lead, now 5-2, as Colette Smith returns to the draw circle to take on Janj once more. Collier and Delaney on one wing, Godwin and Clark on the other.
Yeah, Anna Clark had 16 goals last year, so she's no stranger to scoring and lighting it up.
Let's see if Colette Smith can repeat the success of before. She swings it
Same
out.
strategy.
Delaney can't bring it in, but looks like Colette Smith will collect her second draw control of the game, and she swings it down to Carden as the Jumbos get set on offense again. Since putting Colette Smith in the draw circle, they've gotten a lot more possessions.
Yeah, Smith is kind of dominating Janj on getting that ball where she wants it to go, and as they're both seniors, Smith and Delaney have a lot of chemistry out there.
Here comes Carden. Carden back to her left hand. She tucks it in. Second goal of the game for Margie Carden, dodging really well so far. We saw it from the very first possession where she inside rolled, got a good shot away, and now she's got another goal.
Yeah, Carden's looking like the best dodger on this team right now as a freshman. She's small, she's quick, and she got a great look there, on the doorstep, and she did not think twice. Fake high, go low, see you later.
Yeah, beautiful patience and just poise from Carden. Rare to see in a freshman, but the way she came inside with the right hand, switched into her left, faked, and then tucked it away. Joyce is not having the same success making these saves in close. Perhaps Courtney Schutz said something about shot placement to the Jumbos during the quarter break.
Yeah, those shots in the first quarter really didn't test Joyce as much as they probably would have liked to. So, I like how, and it's not only just shot placement, but I think they're being a little more patient to get better looks. That was a great look on the doorstep by Carden, and then Anna Clark had a great look before. They're really being more patient on offense and letting sort of the defense dictate where they're going to get their shot placements from.
Yeah, that's definitely a good strategy from the Jumbos. I love the way Carden is dodging. As you said, she does look like one of the more explosive, shifty dodgers on this team. Definitely a great future for her as a Tufts Jumbo.
Yeah, and sometimes you really don't know where your sources of offense will come, especially for these Jumbos who lost Lawless in games last year. It's the second game of the season. They're still looking for answers, and Carden is making her case to be one of the offensive focal points this season.
Yeah, and one of the big turnarounds in this game so far has been those 2 back-to-back goals, which were created by the draw controls from Colette Smith. She will, as expected, return to the draw control circle. Let's see who Williams sends out against her this time, as Janj has lost the last 2.
Looks like they're going to stick with Janj.
It will be Grace Collier, it looks
No,
like.
they're not. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
So
Collier,
we'll
one of the best players on this team.
Yeah, we'll see if she has any more luck against Colette Smith. Certainly a significant height disadvantage for her.
Yes.
Probably 2 to 3 inches, if not 4.
Yeah, Smith has been good.
So Smith will try to win her 3rd draw control in a row. Ball's up. There's the height coming into play. Smith drags it back, but it looks like Williams will pick it up. And Molly Hellman is with it. Excuse the wind as they swing it to Vandenbroek.
Yep, it wouldn't be Bellow Field without the Bellow Breeze.
That's right. Here's Vandenbroek against Cal, the matchup of the day on defense for the Jumbos. She hasn't been able to get much going except for when she got that good pick.
Great D by Cal and good help D by Becca Gable.
Yeah, for sure. Here's an attack from Fulcher Melendi. Guarded well by Delaney. And now over to Hellman. Good move back to her left. She'll let the shot go. She puts it away in the bottom right corner. That's just a good individual play from Molly Hellman.
Yeah, it certainly was, and it was on Anna Clark, who kind of did the same thing when she scored her goal. It's one quick move. It's get to the middle of the field and tuck it in the opposite corner.
Yeah, you could tell definitely Hellman, a righty, was not looking the most comfortable coming down with her left hand, but the slide never came from the Jumbos, and she was able to put away a good shot.
Yeah, maybe just a little too much time given to the shooter there by the Jumbos. They're usually pretty good about recovery defense and adjacent slides, but they're just a little too late.
Yeah, regardless, a great shake by Hellman, and she gets on the board.
And that's a big goal. Keep it at 6'3", keep it within arm's length. It was a good win on the draw by Collier, and it translated to a goal, and that's how this game goes usually.
It looks like Collier will be out there again. She was able to give a little more fight to Colette Smith than Mason Janj had been able to. So that 6'3" draw goes up, contested heavily in the air, and a beautiful draw control by Catherine Delaney, I believe it is. She's bringing it down. Passes to Briotti. Briotti back behind X. Not a great pass, but to clear right, and it'll go out of bounds. That's a costly turnover for the Jumbos.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. They had some good quick ball movement there. Just a little too fast, a little rushed, you know. I think Briotti was trying to push the pace a little bit, catch Williams off guard, but Wright just wasn't ready for the pass.
Big contact from Anna Clark, just absolutely denying
Great
anything
defense.
to number 12 on Williams. Williams will keep the clear attempt alive. Here's Megan McCarthy on the far side of the field. She'll swing it up. And Williams hucks it into the offensive zone. Unable to be brought in, but Shea Vandenbroek with some good hustle, able to get to it. And looks like she was tripped up by Ananda Cow. So Williams will get the possession back on good hustle from Shea Vandenbroek to keep that possession alive.
Yeah, both her and Cow were going 100 miles per hour for that ground ball. Just good effort.
Yeah, overall. Here comes dodging is Wishstrike. She'll swing it back up to Godwin. Godwin against Delaney. Good cross check. Or excuse me, that's Becca Gable.
Great defense by Gable there.
Gable looking to break another stick. Godwin's so flustered she just drops the ball. But Gable gets a little overeager. and it will swing back down to Warrendorf. Warrendorf attacks on Grace Reynolds. Reynolds has eaten this matchup up so far. I want to see Williams get back to their principal dodgers. There's Collier as I speak of it.
Yep. Yeah, shot just goes wide. That was a pretty good look for Collier there. Probably wanted to put it on net. But either way, I don't think the velocity would have beat Lay Liberty.
Yeah, perhaps a better result than just tossing it right into the cross of Liberty anyways.
Yeah, true. Possession shot, that's what they call it.
Yep. But either way, I want to see most of the initiation through
Oh,
Collier.
it looks like there's going to be a free
And
position.
yeah, it looks like there must have been a foul on the dodge by Collier.
Well, she did go down after the dodge. I'm wondering if that's what they called, maybe a little bit after the shot.
Yeah, either way, she'll get a free position from the center hash. A great chance to get them within 2 here. This is a big free position for Williams.
And big for Molly Liberty as well. I think she was a little upset after that last game. Let's see if she can get this confidence back.
Yeah, she's been playing well so far.
Great
A good
save.
Tufts did a great job closing in on Collier as she drove down the center there. I believe they might have gotten a stick in the way of that shot. Really didn't let her get the kind of velocity she wanted on it, making it easy for Molly Liberty to just pluck that out of the air.
And Molly
That's what she does
Liberty is the
best.
type of player who can gain confidence easily. I think a save like that does not bode well for the Ephs going forwards.
Gable brings it across. Here comes Conahan sprinting onto the field, and Rothstein. It'll be Conahan, Rothstein, and Gibbons, the second midfield unit. They've been productive so far. Let's look to see them dodge from the top, see if they can make something happen.
Yeah, I think head coach Courtney Shute has to be happy with their second midfield so far. They've been initiating offense, and they haven't had too many turnovers as well.
Yeah, here comes Gibbons. Gibbons back to her right. Gets a shot away sidearm. Backed up by Claire Wright. A bit of a speculative effort, but
Yeah,
I don't mind it at all.
Creative shot, creative release angle. I think that's something where the women's game is definitely evolving, is how these girls are releasing their shots, whether it be backhand or from the hip or obviously behind the back, which they do so well already.
Yeah, for sure. Here's the Jumbos. Caroline Conahan from around GLE. She'll bring it up to May Briotti, who will dodge from the top. Here's Briotti.
Great
To the
move.
left, good move. Good pass in to Gibbons. Oh, Gibbons couldn't quite handle it, and they'll turn it over. Briotti with the foul, and Williams will have a chance to clear with Kelsey Richter. She swings it quickly to Hellman. Hellman in transition. Tufts will want to do their best to stop this transition opportunity.
Yeah,
And Lehan is just the person for it.
that was such a great look by Briotti. She beat her defenseman cleanly, and just unfortunately that pass couldn't be corralled. I believe it was Gibbons.
Yeah, Gibbons right on the crease, right on the doorstep. If she catches that, it should be an easy put away.
Yep.
But instead we stay at 6-3. And there's a shot and a goal. Was that Vandenbroek again?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, Vandenbroek with just a solid finish. I think that the Jumbo's defense was just not ready for that offensive set because that was too open of a look.
Yeah. The truth is we usually have seen Vandenbroek initiate and dodge. That time she cuts across the 8-meter, gets a good pass inside, and I think they just fell asleep a little bit.
Yeah, she's an all-around player. She has experience, so she can score. You know, she knows how to score from different areas, doing different things. And it's just so unfortunate that a turnover on the Jumbo's end that looked like could have been a goal leads to a quick goal by the Ephs, and now it's a 2-goal game.
Yeah. It's a good game we've got here. And you can see Williams really relying on the experience of players like Vandenbroek, not having played a game for over 2 years, for just under 2 years until yesterday. And now, you know, with a lot of uncertainty coming to the season, they're really playing quite well.
Yeah, it looks like Caroline Walters in now for the Jumbos in the draw control.
Yeah,
Haven't seen her
interesting
yet
strategy.
today.
I believe it's Janj back out there. Could be Collier, though. No, I believe it is.
Oh, no, it's neither.
Excuse me, it's Claudia Russell. Yeah, so Claudia Russell
Good
against
fight here.
Walters. A good battle. Looks like the Jumbos are
Walter,
able to
nice
come up with
job.
it.
Great pickup.
And that's Walters with the jaw control, but it's immediately
She'll drive that.
yeah,
Yep.
a foul called, and Walters will get the jaw
Yeah.
control in the end.
Yeah, that's
good
big.
battle.
That's big for Caroline Walter. She hasn't been in all game. Comes in, gets a tough ground ball, and now the Jumbos have possession after giving up a goal in which the Ephs cut this lead to 2.
Man, Lehan just harassed by 2 or 3 Williams players. Does not get the call. Becca Gable was furious about it.
Stays patient though.
Yeah, she asked for it 3 times. Here comes a good dodge by Wright. Good pass in front. Carden can't handle it. And it's picked up by Claudia Russell for the Williams Ephs, and a foul is called.
Yeah, that was no slam dunk. Ambitious look by Wright. Surprised it got through. That's a tough handle for Carden.
It is. She's not the tallest target either.
No,
is
she isn't. Which is why I feel like we see Carden dodging more versus trying to be the crease finisher of the likes of Wright or Smith.
Yeah, either way, it ends up going back to Williams. And they'll have to set up a clear. Here comes Grace Frericks to play defense for the Jumbos.
Let's see the Jumbos make a turnover here. That'll be nice.
Yeah, we'll see what they can get going in the ride. Truthfully, neither team has ridden that hard. And it is a yellow card on Margie Carden. So she'll be in the box until Williams scores.
Yellow card on Tufts number 27.
This is the first woman up opportunity of the game for either team. Overall, a pretty clean game so far. The Tufts coaches look a little perplexed by the decision.
I believe referee said 1 minute, correct?
I believe so.
Well, we'll see on the scoreboard in a second.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes.
2 minutes
wow.
releasable penalty for the yellow card.
Carden with the card.
Yep. So, first of the game, and Kelsey Richter will look to clear it for the Williams Ephs.
All right, well, this will be a good test for the Jumbos defense. They've looked good on ball, but obviously when you are a player down, it can be a little more challenging to make those slides and recoveries.
Yeah, and even a player down, riding really hard. Goes out of bounds, I believe.
Great hustle by Briotti.
Briotti causes the turnovers. That's huge for Tufts.
Huh. Oh, did they call something
It
there?
is unclear. Certainly not as streamlined of a game as we would love to see, but certainly, as you said earlier, first game for the refs too, or second game. So looks like it will go back to Williams after all.
Oh, I thought that was
After the
clean by
great hustle by
Briotti.
Briotti.
That looked clean to me. You know, I'm not as familiar with the rules as these referees are, of course, but looked like a clean dispossession. All the Jumbos seem to think so as well.
Yeah, a couple tough calls. Becca Gable was really furious about this one as well. After they didn't get the foul on Madison Lehan. Gable was right up in the referees. Now she is again certainly a leader of this team.
She's showing good spirit.
Yeah, anyways, Williams will get it back. Isabel Marvello in the middle of the field. And
Looks like Briotti and Smith are going to try to double team her.
yeah. So we'll see if Williams can get through, clear to the offensive zone.
Yeah, especially a player down though. Williams should be able to get you know, a good possession, a good full man-up possession.
Yeah, and that's why that hustle from Briotti on the previous play looks even better. And Williams throws it away. So they get it back. Briotti's hustle pays off after all, and Tufts will hopefully be able to kill the majority of this penalty. Here comes Conahan. Swings it down to right and over to Colette Smith. She'll go up to the left against Megan McCarthy before swinging back to the top for Clark and Delaney. Looks like the Jumbos will just be patient, hope to kill off most of the card. There is slightly more time on the penalty than on the shot clock, so they won't be able to kill it all. Here comes Delaney down the lane. Hard take, save.
Wow. Unexpected offensive opportunity, player down, but Delaney with a good dodge towards the middle, just a better save by Joyce there.
Yeah, and here comes in transition Madison Fulcher-Melendi. Good pass to Vandenbroek behind the back, tucks it into the bottom corner. A beautiful goal from Vandenbroek. Gets her third of the game, and she is truly showing out here.
Yeah, Vandenbroek stepping up, probably the most dominant player on the field so far today. That was a huge goal for the Ephs.
Yeah, for sure. That's quite the transition as we see it again. A great opportunity for the Jumbos. Catherine Delaney has all the time in the world and just doesn't pick out a corner. A good save from Joyce leads to transition. Fulcher-Melendi down the field, and a really good cut from Vandenbroek. Just a good catch. Beautiful behind the back finish. We talked about it before. She could do that in her sleep.
Yep, yeah. And, you know, I feel like as the women's game continues to evolve, you know, these behind-the-back shots aren't just only be done by the best players. It's a fundamental at this point, being taught on all levels, and that was clearly on display there. Just beats Lake Liberty. Very well placed.
Yeah, for sure. We return to the draw control circle for the first time in a while. It'll be Colette Smith and Grace Collier. Since bringing Collier back in for Janj, Williams has showed a lot more success in controlling the draws. We'll see if they can keep that going here.
Yeah, they're running with the hot hand. Janj had a few great draw controls herself, but now they look to Collier to kind of counter Colette Smith and her style.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see. Godwin and Hellman on the wings on the circle for Williams. Looks like the Delaneys for Tufts. Excuse me, that's Clark. Clark and one of the Delaneys.
Ooh.
Looks like it catches Catherine Delaney in the face. And she will get a call.
Okay.
So draw control for Tufts.
They would have had it
Here
anyways.
comes Clark. Clark bumped off by Godwin. Does get it down to Briotti. Swings it over to right. And Carden back on the field after the card. Will look to get it going, perhaps get her hat trick here. She'll take it down, switch back to her right, spin away.
She's got great footwork. She's able to spin with ease, get away from pressure quickly to re-attack. It's usually she's scoring on these second dodging opportunities after getting her defender a little bit off balance.
Yeah, for sure. Here comes Clark from up top. We've seen her shake once. Doesn't do it this time. Passes inside to Carden. Kind of an ill-advised pass, certainly behind Carden.
Yeah,
Williams turns it over with Molly Hellman.
I think it's tough to force that pass, especially with a smaller target in Carden. But I do like the Jumbo's aggressiveness and their willingness to look for passes instead of play more one-on-one type offense.
And good hustle from Madison Lehan. Gets it back for the Jumbos, but she throws it away as Briotti couldn't handle the pass. And it's Megan McCarthy with it for Williams. Harassed by Briotti again. This is a good ride from Tufts, and Richter will have to reset it.
Yeah, Tufts has definitely dialed up the ride a little bit in this quarter. They just seems like they're hustling a little more, making a more concerted effort.
Beautiful play by Carden to strip it from Allison Norris as she turns it over. Colette Smith picks it up, gets it back to Carden. Carden is not in any rush here. Doesn't look like she wants to go fast. She'll slow it down.
Yeah, Joe, you called it. Ride's working.
Yeah. And it looks like Carden, the interesting thing, she is such a good dodger, and she's shown that she can get her shot for herself. I think the next thing she'll have to add to her game is getting a shot for her teammates off her dodges.
Yeah, the feeding's going to be important. And right now, I don't think these teams know much about her, given that she's a freshman. But she will probably command more slides as the season goes on, so definitely look for her to facilitate.
And here she is, spinning to her left. Ooh. Good move right at Joyce, though. And Joyce with another big save.
Yeah, Joyce has proven to be really solid low. Oh, Briotti with the chance on the crease almost stole it from Joyce there.
A bit of a scare for Williams, but they stay at 6-5. So overall, I think this has been the second quarter has been quite a success for them.
Yeah, as I was saying, Joyce has proved to be very solid low. And when the Jumbos have tested her high, like that one Carden goal in this quarter, I think that's where they found more success.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kyle. Here's the Williams Ephs. Either way, looking to tie it up here. I believe that's Collier in there.
Yep.
Going against Delaney. Delaney hits her hard in the back. Here's Hellman. Hellman dodging. She's played well so far. And they swing it down to Vandenbroek. Vandenbroek always dangerous. Cal's done a good job one-on-one, but when she's cut and gotten open, she's done a good job of that as well. Mary Grace Reynolds is back in the game for Tufts. Guarding Fulshire Melendi. Fulshire Melendi gets a step, but Grace Reynolds stays right with her. Good pass inside. Collier with a shot. Good save by La Liberty. In the end, a more or less routine one. Not the hardest shot, but a good save nonetheless. And you expect her to make those, and she will.
Definitely. It would be way more uncanny if she didn't make that save.
Indeed. Falls down. A player falls down on the pick. Back up top to Fulshire Melendi, guarded by Mary Grace Reynolds, who's done a great job so far this game. She's having a hell of a game.
She is.
And they'll turn it over. Looks like it's Becca Gable coming away with it. Excuse me, that's Madeline Delaney. Delaney swings it back to Gable. Here's Gable this time. She goes all the way across to Grace Reynolds, who, as I've said, great game so far. She'll shovel it off for Lehan, and Tufts needs to set up a good clear here. They'll want a good possession.
Reynolds looking to find someone in there. Good. Briotti with the good cut to grab it.
Yeah, I like the way Briotti came up to bail her defenseman out.
Yep. Yeah, Briotti's been hustling on the clears and rides. She's had a few good looks on offense. Hasn't put one home yet.
Yeah, she's definitely not the focal point of this offense, but you see exactly why she's on the field.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And she's a good dodger.
Oh, there's the feed. Carden finishes it. Oh, there it is. Third time's the charm for Claire Wright to Margie Carden. Carden's got a hat trick. 3 goals in the home opener for Margie Carden, the freshman. She has played really well so far. Claire Wright has looked for that pass multiple times. We talked about her missing high. That time she didn't miss.
Yeah, and you just can't give Claire Wright in this Jumbo's offense too many chances to correct themselves. There, it was just great vision from Wright, and the accuracy was finally there, and Carden, no doubt, finished it. She's been very efficient when she's getting close to the net and finishing.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely seeing a little more mix-up in the Tufts offense. That feed from Claire Wright from behind, it hadn't been working before. It does work out this time. But either way, it's not only the dodging from top from players like Clark, Delaney, Rothstein, Gibbons. So looks like Delaney will switch out her stick for her draw stick. to go in and take it against Claudia Russell.
Yeah, and I think that goal is just testament to Claire Wright as a graduate now, been on this team forever, just showing her perseverance and her willingness to keep attacking what she knows can happen. Wright's definitely a leader on this team, and if she can show the perseverance and persistence like that, she's going to have a great season.
Yeah, and Carden, too. She just kept cutting there, never stopping. Didn't get down on herself after dropping the first two, and she gets her reward.
Yeah, very impressed by Carden.
Delaney flicks it back towards La Liberty. Isabel Arvello can't pick it up, and Anna Clark does, harassed. Ananda Cow goes down, no whistle, and Claudia Russell is able to control it for Williams.
That's a shame. It was a great ground ball by Clark there.
Yeah, down we strike attacking on Grace Reynolds, spins back inside. That's not going to trouble Molly La Liberty.
No.
Shots simply have to be better quality, and I can't imagine Williams is happy with that one. Outlet pass is a little off, but Madeline Delaney may be able to pick it up anyways. She gets held a little bit by Collier, and Delaney will get the ball.
Yeah, Liberty loves to throw those looping passes over the top, and even though it bounced, it was a good accuracy there.
Hard contact to the midsection of Delaney from Fulcher Melendi, and she does get the whistle again. And she'll swing it all the way down to Claire Wright. Here's Wright attacking from behind again. We'll see if they can get something going. Watch Margie Carden cutting off that left wing. She'll give it back up to the midfield. Anna Clark and the Delaney sisters out there. And here's Carden down around GLE. And looks like she'll attack. Zoe Getson guarding her. Stick up in her face.
Jumbo's offense looking a little stagnant right now.
Yeah, we'll see if Colette Smith does have her defender hung up. We'll see if she can get something going to her left hand. Tries to force it in front. Not a great pass. Claudia Russell scoops it up, and she'll run in transition.
Yeah, I can't imagine Coach Schutt's happy with that possession. There wasn't a lot of off-ball movement, and just sort of a forced pass inside. That's not high percentage.
Yeah, and the truth is it does look like they're forcing a lot of the time. It's understandable that Colette Smith feels like she needs to make something happen, but sometimes perhaps she should give it up to Carden or Wright or one of the better Dodgers.
It looks like the shot clock's not running. Oh, it's because we're under.
Yeah, as we near the end of this first half, here's Fulcher Melendi.
Been a great first half, very entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. Fulcher Melendi guarded by Gable. Let's see if Gable breaks another stick. She looks ready to, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Cow against Vandenbroek. Great matchup so far. Good feed by Vandenbroek. Can't be brought in by Wiestrike. Ground ball by the Jumbos. Bodies flying all over the place. Sticks, too. And eventually Vandenbroek with the great hustle again is able to scoop it up.
Relentless defense by Lehan.
And looks like Vandenbroek will get the whistle off all the contact from Grace Reynolds and Lehan. Great hustle again. Good feed in front. Fulcher Melendi gets the shot away. It went in, but I do not think it was off before the buzzer. That was a near thing.
Wow.
Looks like it will not count, but that was quite a play from Vandenbroek, who's really been the catalyst for this Williams team.
Jumbo's dodged a bullet there. That look should never be completed.
Exactly.
Over the middle, all those defenders.
Yeah, a good catch and a good finish by Melendi, but unfortunately for her, it came about a half second too late. Williams head coach is trying to argue the point, but I'm not sure she's going to do any job convincing the referees. No better than she did before or Courtney Schutt did earlier. So
this isn't the NFL. There's no instant replay.
No, there is not.
All right, that was a good first half.
Yeah, for sure. The Jumbos lead 7-5 after 2 quarters, half the game. Molly Liberty's had a good game. So has Caitlin Joyce in goal for the Williams Ephs. Shea Vandenbroek has showed off just her overall skill, prowess, and poise for Williams. For the Jumbos, it's been all about the freshman Margie Carden with a hat trick in the first half.
Yep.
And the Jumbos are just playing quite well on defense, but they're just slightly struggling to get it going on offense.
Yeah, I think with the Jumbos, their offense has looked good. They've been diverse in where they're getting their looks from. We are.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll be back for the second half in about 10 minutes.
You're so hypnotic, magical. don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
All right, welcome back to Bellow Field for the second half of this matchup. Number 2 Jumbos against the unranked Williams Ephs. We're almost ready for the first draw control of the second half. The score is 7 with the Jumbos to 5 from Williams. And we're looking forward to an equally entertaining second half.
Yeah, that was a great first half on all ends of the field. Some diverse scoring opportunities for both teams and solid on-ball defense and ground ball play. So just an overall good half. Hope to see that going forwards.
Yeah, it looks like in the draw circle we've got Janj and Delaney, Catherine Delaney. This was a favorable matchup from Williams earlier, but this time Delaney wins it cleanly to herself, scoops up the draw control, gets hit in the face by Janj, and she'll get the ball back as the Jumbos look to get into the offensive zone with Madison Lehan.
Yeah, that's a big draw for Delaney. She struggled a little bit against Janj in the first half, so for her to get that and win it to herself is huge.
Yeah, definitely. Here's Carden, one of the stars of the first half, with a hat trick for the Jumbos. Back behind to Colette Smith, who will attack to her left as usual. Flips it up for Briotti. Great catch and a good shot. Was it backed up by Tufts? Yes, it was by Claire Wright.
Yeah, Smith and Briotti have done that now a few times today. Smith coming up the left-hand side and Briotti cutting cross crease.
Yeah, and here's Claire Wright behind. Throwing a bunch of fakes in there. She'll step up to her left.
Easily with that left hand.
That's really the way the Tufts Jumbos will look to start this second half, because they were having a little bit of trouble getting offense flowing in the first half.
Yeah, and that's just, I feel like in this game there are two types of goals. One being the individual dodge where just the shooter creates their own space and creates their own opportunity, and then the other being good ball movement and cross crease passes. That was the former of those types of goals, and Tufts has the athletes to do it. Delaney's one of them. She's experienced. Smith can do it. Carden's shown that she can do it. It's just a matter of whether they trust their matchups or not.
Yeah, for sure. A good finish past goaltender Caitlin Joyce, who was quite good in the first half, and she will remain in for the second half. Yesterday she only played the first. Back to the draw circle with Colette Smith and Grace Collier, so a quick change up from both teams.
Interesting, Delaney still stays on the field though.
Yeah. It'll be her and Clark on the edges of the circle for the Jumbos. A little bit of a start from Molly Hellman on the right for Williams. And it goes up. Clark can't control it at first. Neither can Colette Smith, and it's quite the ground ball scrum. Possession will go to the Jumbos after all, and Colette Smith scoops it up for the draw control.
Yep, Jumbo's playing a little make-it-take-it lacrosse here. Good draw play and good shooting.
All right, here's Briotti over to Carden. Carden looking to attack. She'll get downhill. Good slide from Williams, from Megan McCarthy, but Carden rolls back on her. Another good slide, and she'll draw the free position.
Yeah, that's just great by Carden, being relentless. Continue to roll back, get her angle, and force it to foul in the Ephs.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've really seen how easily she draws these slides from Williams. She'll take it in, shoot high over Caitlin Joyce's right-hand shoulder. She tucks it into the top left corner, and and Margie Carden has 4.
Yeah, you have to imagine that head coach Courtney Shute told her players that Joyce is a little stronger on the low saves, but has shown a little bit of a weakness high, especially offside high. Carden put it where it needed to be there, and the Jumbos now up 9-5. It's been a great start to the second half.
Yeah, definitely not an ideal angle nor an easy finish for Margie Carden there, but she's showing once again why she's on the field as a freshman, starting her second game in a row, second game of her career.
Yeah, 4 goals. That's as many as the Jumbos had all of yesterday, and Carden's reached that with 13 minutes left in the third quarter.
That's right. It's quite the change. Even if the offense hasn't looked completely perfect today, it's certainly a world of improvement over what happened yesterday up in Maine.
Definitely.
Back to the draw circle. Looks like Colette Smith against Yanj.
And you can tell these Jumbos like playing at home. There's a lot of friends and family around, and I feel like they're overall just way more enthusiastic.
Yeah, definitely a great crowd here. Yanj has it now off the draw control by Isabel Arvello. And she will set up a possession with Shea Vandenbroek, who was by far Williams' best player in that first half.
Definitely. Yeah, I think you're going to have to look to Vandenbroek if you're Williams to get a goal to quell this Tufts run.
Yeah, here comes Sarah Skidmore out of the box, and Arvello sweeps it across the top, attacking against Delaney. She'll put it down below to Vandenbroek, who they will always initiate through.
Yep.
Against Ananda Cow, who's done a pretty good job one-on-one, but there have been a few lapses. Vandenbroek to her left, gets a shot away. That's not going to trouble the Liberty.
That is great defense by Cal. Not a super threatening look in general, but Cal did a good job to alter that shot.
Here comes Gable in transition. Feeds it up to Anna Clark in front of her. Clark right down the middle. She finds Colette Smith. Does not connect, and it will go out of bounds.
Almost too much time for Clark there. She kept coming in. She ended up drawing the slide, but the pass just too close, I believe, to Smith. Sometimes those closer passes are even harder.
Yeah, to be honest, the left side had looked kind of open.
Yeah,
we saw that look a couple times in the first half to Claire Wright and then to Carden on the transition.
Yeah.
So definitely look to see if that happens again in transition. Here's Megan McCarthy looking clear. Over to Zoe Getson. She gets hit hard by 2 Jumbos. That'll draw the foul.
That just will never fly.
Yeah, Getson has it. Getson has it. She'll circle around, go back to McCarthy, surprisingly. They're having a hard time clearing against this tenacious Jumbo ride.
Jumbos are making them work for it.
Yeah. They'll swing it over. Pressured hard by Gibbons. And finally it comes back out to Fulcher Melendi, who will be able to set up an offense. Fulcher Melendi dodging down against Gable. Gable with good defense. Overall, Jumbo's one-on-one defense has been pretty much impeccable today.
It's been solid, definitely been solid, led by the likes of Gable and Cow, and Reynolds has showed up too.
Yeah, and stick side high on Molly Liberty just does not fly, does it?
Yep.
So here's Lehan on the clear.
Look how comfortable Lehan is. She moves with grace, very comfortable, willing to make the pass, but also willing to take it up herself from the defensive end.
Just the way she glides past Sarah Skidmore there on the ride. And here's Walter in.
Great face dodge.
Walter brings it around to X. She'll swing it back to Carden. Carden will look to attack.
She's got a ton of space.
Yeah, let's see if a slide gets there. Slide does get there. Good switch by Williams. Carden drops it for a moment, regathers, and gives it to Briotti.
Yeah, I think that's where the next evolution of Carden's game will come, when she can draw those quick slides, keeping that head up and finding the open person.
Yeah, for sure. That's something that will come with experience, obviously, but she's already looking like a great player. Here's Jenna Gibbons, another great freshman. She swings back to left, hit hard by Claudia Russell, and she will get the whistle. That's the kind of thing that wasn't being called yesterday at Colby.
Yeah, and I think that in most games you watch, you would say that Colby game was a little undercalled. You know, obviously we're not rooting for the refs, but
no, not at all. But
you want it to be fair.
You do. It was a good game. Colby coming away with a great win regardless.
Oh,
definitely showing off their physicality, their athleticism, and just really good defense.
Yeah, I tell you what, the NESCAC is going to be wide open this year. I think a lot of people thought that the Jumbos would come in and dominate, given how good they were last season. Yeah, but it's open.
Here's a free position for Conahan.
There's a big opportunity here.
It is. If she puts this one away, it will be a 5-goal game. Quite the explosion at the beginning of the second half here.
Yeah, and Williams hasn't been getting the look, so for them to keep up would be difficult.
Conahan takes it in, finishes to the left. A great show of poise there from Caroline Conahan.
Yeah, just great stick control. got 1, 2, 3 cradles, and then she's in and right at the net. Good goal.
Yeah. Williams has to do a little bit better of a job collapsing on her there. Even if it causes a foul, they
Yeah.
just don't want to give up that easy of an opportunity.
Agreed. They kind of left Joyce out to dry there. Joyce has been playing well, but certainly in this half, the Jumbo shooters have been attacking her way more.
Yeah, and back to your point about the NESCAC, we've got teams like Middlebury back,
Yep.
Amherst. There are so many ranked teams in the NESCAC.
Trinity looked good against Williams yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so NESCAC's wide open, and look for teams like Colby to really make a mark this year, even if it wasn't expected preseason.
Yeah, definitely looking very
Nevertheless, I think it still goes through Tufts or Middlebury, but it's hard to tell what they'll be up to after
we'll
not
see.
playing.
All right, Gibbons fighting for the draw control. Big contact
Wow, a lot of
between
contact.
Conahan and Godwin.
Let's hope everyone's
Looks like it
okay.
will go to the Jumbos. Looked like Godwin kind of tripped and undercut Conahan. They've got a little bit of a mix-up of the sticks there. Everyone's sorted now, and Conahan gets us restarted. Over to Becca Gable. Gable looks to run by 2, and she will.
Yeah, she's fast.
Clears it into the offensive zone. Good job from Caroline Conahan staying on side there. Very smart play.
Definitely.
It's an underrated aspect of the game, the mental side.
Oh, certainly, yeah. And with with the offensive zone, the midfield zone, takes a lot of people to make sure you get it right.
Claire Wright wraps all the way around, goal line extended, bringing it in front, and eventually getting a really good look that she really just failed to convert.
Yeah. Hey, you can't put everything home, Joe. Don't be too harsh.
I'm sure Courtney Shute wishes they could.
Yeah, that's true.
Inside to Conahan, good handle, unable to finish it. Conahan will not get another free position. It's turned over. Molly Hellman running down the field for Williams. This is where Tufts has to be careful.
Yeah, the transition defense has not been great, but costly turnover there.
Yeah.
Look at
Madison
Lehan.
Lehan, good fight. Gets her body in position between the other player and the ball. Draws the foul.
That was a great play by Lehan. Just great hustle. She didn't even have to scoop it just to get the good position and draw the foul.
Yeah, and back on comes Sammy Rothstein.
Being instructed to get to the top spot.
Yep, looks like perhaps they'll initiate through her this time. Strong right-handed dodger.
Yeah, Sammy had a good look at goal in the first half coming down that right-hand side. I wonder if they're going to try to maybe bring some offensive motion underneath so then she can sweep over to the right side with less Williams defenders in her way.
Yeah, we'll see. Here's Walter getting some playing time. Back over to Rothstein up top, and looks like she will dodge.
Yep,
Here she comes.
instructing
There's the sweep
Gibbons
from
underneath.
Gibbons.
Yeah.
And right to the right hand, gets open.
Oh!
Misses by about 6 inches. That was a good look. And you like to see the high-to-high as well.
Yeah.
Because it's been working well on Joyce.
I mean, that shot was like 1 inch from hitting the crossbar. That's a great look, and,
Good.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a tough play for Joyce.
Yeah.
Carden looking for the feed over the top to Claire Wright, this time reversing the roles. Joyce did well to knock it down, but unfortunately knocked it right into her own net. You never want to see that happen to a goalie.
Yeah, that's just, it's unfortunate to see because like we said, Joyce had a strong first half, but to be honest, she has not looked nearly as solid in net as she did in that first half. That's an unfortunate mistake. I hope it doesn't crush her confidence.
Yeah, and it actually looks like Williams might be preparing for a change. I see number 46, Ange Ramon, who played the second half yesterday. She is ready to go. So it is possible that Caitlin Joyce may not be in there for much longer as the Jumbos stretch the lead to 11-5.
Interesting, yeah. But back to that Jumbo's offensive set. That was a great look there by Rothstein. I like how Coach Shute has the confidence in her to go set up her own play and direct her team, even though she's a junior, without as much, say, experience as someone like Clark or Delaney.
Yeah, no, she definitely, strong dodger, has a good shot on her right hand. Is probably only going to go to that right-handed side, but when they set it up like that, it works wonders.
Yeah.
Here's Delaney and Yange. A couple checks coming in from Anna Clark. Tenacious fight for their draw control, and it is Madeline Delaney who comes away with it until a foul is called, and Godwin will have it for the Williams Ephs.
Late goal.
Here's Carden pressing her, and Carden stumbles off sides for a minute, but no call made. Attack up from top by Hellman over to Collier. Look for Collier to get something going here.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Vandenberg, but Collier also is one of these offensive leaders as well.
Yeah, great defense from Lehan on Fulcher
Wow.
Melendi. Just takes it away from her. Just absolutely relentless. And now she'll outrun her all the way down the sideline to clear it.
Yeah, Lehan has started to play really well in this game. That's a great defensive
Good pass to the
possession.
inside to Carden. Carden with the left hand shot. Good save from Ange Rahman, who just came in. But Carden does draw the foul on the hard hit after the shot.
Yeah, that's a great save by Ramon. Talk about coming in cold and making a big play.
Yeah, and if she can get this save too, it will be huge for her.
Yeah, unfortunately now she's got a free position to worry about.
She does. Right on the 8-meter center hash. Margie Carden looking for her 5th of the game. She takes it in. Shot tipped well by the Williams defense. Backed up by Colette Smith.
Yeah, and like you mentioned that on the last free position for the Jumbos, the Ephs just weren't collapsing as much. I think they did a good job collapsing there.
Definitely. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication. Colette Smith gets open. Shot. High to high, right to the stick of Ange Ramon. A good save.
Another big save by Ramon. I wonder if the Ephs coaching staff was wondering if they should have put her in at half.
Yeah, that's definitely one that might have gone on Caitlin Joyce, left-hander also, so that would have been off-stick side, and she had looked weaker on high shots. But that's a good save from Ramon.
Well, Ramon does not look nearly as comfortable clearing the ball
No,
as
she
Joyce
does not.
did.
She'll try to get it to Megan McCarthy over here and does, but it wasn't a great pass, and Walter is all over her. Still staying with it. Margie Carden and Walter really putting a lot of pressure on this Williams clear. And finally, Kelsey Richter is going to bring it up, but she's chased down by Walter. They do manage to get the clear with Richter.
Yeah, Richter did a good job using her shoulders to kind of block off Walter, who was coming in hard at the end there.
Wistrike has it stripped away, and a whistle goes. Looks like it'll stay with Williams. And the clock will stop as they deliberate on what the call will be. And it looks like Wistrike will start with it on the 12-meter.
After some confusion and the air horn being blown.
Yeah, it looks like we have a timeout.
All right.
Timeout, Williams.
Well, I think this timeout gives a little time to reflect on just how dominant the Jumbos have been coming out of the gate at halftime. I think Coach Shute, after yesterday, was not satisfied at all with her team. And then even after that first half, I don't think she could have been too happy with the missed opportunities on offense.
Yeah, definitely. There's a big difference between the 7-5 we started this second half at and the 11-5 that it is now. It's been much better from the Tufts Jumbos, and I'm sure Courtney Shute is happy with that.
And it's been in depth, too. I think a lot less people were coming in that first half, but some big contributions in that second half by people like Walter, Rothstein, and then that the freshman talents of Conahan and Gibbons on that second midfield line have been proving to be good offense initiators and just comfortable even as freshmen, which is surprising.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see the kind of trust that Shute has in her players. Just to throw Carden out there as a starter. Caroline Conahan and Jenna Gibbons, two really good players on the second line midfield, getting a ton of time and really creating a lot of opportunities for this Jumbos team.
Yeah, and I think, something so important about these early season games is showing your coaching staff and just your team in general how deep your roster can go. Especially you need a deeper roster when it gets hot, when you're talking about NCAAs and things like that. So Coach Shute has to be satisfied with their second midfield so far, and just in the way that they're able to initiate offense and get this team on the board. Defense also looking great this half.
Yeah, we're seeing great hustle from Walter as well, who's replacing Briotti for now. Both of those players, just endless hustle. And really bringing a lot of value on the ride, getting back possessions that otherwise would be lost. But right here, we've got Wistrike with the ball guarded by Gable. Looks like she'll probably pass right up top to Isabella Arvello to reset the Williams offense. And she does.
Good call there, Joe.
And they swing it over. Here's Claudia Russell back to Collier. Collier pressed by Delaney. Good defense so far. Good defense again. Tries to roll back. Nothing there right now. Gets back to her right hand, though. Good job by Delaney bumping her off, stopping the shot from going off. Cal goes down against Vandenbroek, and it leads to an open opportunity for Collier. It's just a good move from Vandenbroek, an unfortunate miscue from Cal, and it does lead to a goal, a much-needed goal for this Williams offense.
Yeah, Cal was on her. She slipped, it looked like, which caused the slide and then opening for Collier to get up right on the crease and put it past Late Liberty. You have to think that Williams is going to be encouraged after that goal, finally getting on the board this half after the Jumbos scored 4 unanswered.
Yeah, fortune favors the bold, and with Vandenbroek attacking so much, eventually there was going to be a miscue like that. And so She feeds it inside to Collier. A good finish. Williams really needed that one.
Yeah, not to be forgotten, though, Delaney was playing some good defense on ball there on Collier. She's proven to be really all around her entire career, taking draws, playing offense, playing on-ball defense. She is a leader of this team, and she's showing why.
Yeah, back to the draw circle. Looks like we've got Colette Smith and Mason Yonge for Williams. Delaney once again on the outside. High up into the air. Delaney will bring it down. Never mind. Claudia Russell does a great job to sky up and get it, and she's got an open
Great
opportunity.
Speed. Good physicality by Lehan to bump her off her path there.
Lehan bumps her off, does just enough to make her too uncomfortable to rip that shot, and Williams will have to set up a settled offense.
I tell you what, Lehan's playing with great energy.
Yeah, the whole Tufts defensive line has looked at just overall solid today.
Yeah, definitely.
Fulcher Melendi attacking, down to Godwin. And now with Yonge, who stayed on the field. She'll head inside before rolling back to her right and passing out to the top where Collier awaits. And here's Vanderbroek against Cow, the matchup again. Good move by Vanderbroek. Cow stays right with her, right on her hip. Good defense by Cow.
They've been going at it all game.
They sure have. Cow still with her. Vanderbroek looking to force a little bit maybe. Definitely trying to get her own shot. Here's Fulcher Melendi. Gable guarding her relentlessly as well. Scooped up by Godwin, who has been able to get nothing going today after scoring 3 against Trinity.
Yeah, we really expected some good output by Godwin, but the on-ball defense has been great from the Jumbos.
Yeah, just look at that slide from Anna Clark, the physicality. Godwin tries to draw the shooting space, but is unable to do so. She'll hand it off to Fulcher Melendi. Gable has been all over her. And she is once more just got a little bit too physical.
Yeah. You know, if I'm the Ephs, I'm trying to get the ball to Vanderbroek. She's been the most consistent creator of offense here so far. I think they just kind of have to rely on her if they want to get back in this game.
Yeah, so with 3:53 to go in this third quarter, it'll be a 12-meter free position for Fulcher Melendi off the hard cross-check by Gable. And I agree with you, Kyle. I'd love to see Vanderbroek be as involved as she was in the first half. Perhaps Tufts is keying in on her a little bit more after she created more of the almost all of the offense in the first half.
Yeah, certainly. I think any good coach would adjust her defense to maybe just to provide a little more help and recovery towards Vanderbroek's side. Nevertheless, she has to be getting the ball.
There's a good pass. Collier does draw the shooting space. It's a good play off the free position. Good design play.
Great
pass
play.
from Fulcher Melendi down to Collier, who faked the right-handed shot, drawing the shooting space, and she'll get a much better opportunity now.
Great play and great execution there, too. Sticks look sharp, and they knew what they were doing. They were trying to draw that shooting space, definitely.
Yeah. So here's Collier on the left hash. A good angle. 2 on the shot clock, however, so she'll have to let it go. So let's keep an eye on that. I hope she's aware of it. As the Liberty stares her down. She takes it in, gets a shot.
Oh, what
and
a
the Liberty
save.
just robs her on the doorstep.
That is classic Amalile Liberty.
It sure is. Faked like she was going to dip low and then just shot that stick right back up. And here comes Catherine Delaney in transition. Over to Walter. Walter fights through 2, passes it off to Claire Wright. Wow, what a play from Walter.
Yeah, it looked like Walter was right on the doorstep there. Maybe she was even a little surprised that she was able to get through those defenders.
Either way, Tufts will get a settled possession off the great save from Molly Liberty.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Shute doesn't mind the Jumbos being able to settle into offense and kill a little bit of this clock.
Hard cross-check from Russell on, looked a little high as well. No call comes on Cardin, so they'll play on.
You know, freshmen don't get those calls, Joe.
Yeah, here comes Colette Smith. Definitely not a freshman. One of the most experienced players on this Jumbo team. She'll attack to her left. Rolling back. Not finding anything there against Megan McCarthy, who's played good defense on her so far. Here's Anna Clark. Good move to the right. Good slide from McCarthy again. She's playing well. And they'll reset it back up with Catherine Delaney. Comes out to Cardin on the wing.
Yeah, so far the Jumbos have been a little surprised by Raman's presence in net. It'd be interesting to see how she plays right now, as the Jumbos will get a full possession and probably get a good look.
Smith does a good job drawing the slide. Oh, and it hits the post. That'll reset the shot clock. And the Jumbos do scoop it back up. There's the hustle from Walter once again. Yeah, Colette Smith did a good job drawing the slide, held onto it for a while, and then found the open player in the center, and it resulted in a shot. Raman charges out of the net trying to intercept. Wow. Oh, and the pass is knocked down. Delaney's pass. That's a good play from Collier, because otherwise that's an easy goal for Colette Smith.
Yeah, and back to that shot, I believe it was by Madeline Delaney, correct? Yeah, that was a great cross-handed shot. Got a little unlucky hitting the post there, but either way, good handle on her part and getting the shot on net sometimes just doesn't go your way.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing both the skills of Angerman and her inexperience trying to rush out to intercept that
Yeah.
pass. But overall, she's provided a welcome change.
Yeah, as a pure shot stopper, she's looked great, but a couple weird decisions on the clear. She just doesn't look as comfortable as Joyce
Yeah,
did.
a hard cross-check from Colette Smith there on Megan McCarthy. Maybe a little bit of frustration taken out. Either way, McCarthy's down.
Yep, and coaches will come onto the field here. She looks like she's in some pain, so
Yeah.
we hope she is okay.
Either way, Williams definitely the change they needed in Angerman, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't quite look settled. Maybe doesn't have the stick skills of Caitlin Joyce, but that'll certainly develop. She's just a freshman.
Yeah, she's made some good saves.
Definitely two good goalies for Williams here going forward, and then obviously a very, very good goalie for Tufts.
Yeah, I mean, Lay Liberty has made some great saves, especially in this half. That last save she made on Collier was just, like you said, classic Lay Liberty. Able to explode up through the top and reach those high shots after making the shooter think that she was going to try to guess low.
Yeah, she's definitely not the biggest or tallest goalie out there, not even close, but certainly one of the best, and really just covers the goal in ways that pretty much no one else can do.
I think what Lay Liberty does so well is her ability to explode and just her ability to have that quick twitch reaction and really power through to get to her spots around the cage. I have not really seen someone just as dynamic in that as Lay Liberty.
Yeah, so off the injury timeout, looks like the Jumbos lineup will stay out there. We'll see who comes out for Williams. And either way, after the foul by Colette Smith, I do not believe any card was assessed.
Nope.
So the ball will stay with Williams at about midfield.
Yeah, it's a big possession for Williams. I mean, it'll probably be the last full possession of the third quarter. If they can get it within 4, I would say that's comeback distance.
Yeah.
Because if the more time you go where you're down by 5 goals, it looks like there's less and less hope.
Yeah, so with 1:32 left in the third quarter, Allison Norris comes in to replace McCarthy. We'll see how that affects the Williams defense, losing one of their leaders.
Yeah.
And here's Isabel Arvello trying to clear.
Yeah, McCarthy's been playing great defense so far, so don't be surprised if Coach Shute instructs her players to attack her replacement.
Yeah, we'll see. Here's Claudia Russell. Good move inside. And she will get the clear. Catherine Delaney daring her to drive down to the left, but she does not. Here's Janj getting some playing time on attack as opposed to just taking the draws. She's guarded by Madeline Delaney.
Yeah, Janj likes that bottom right side. I think she feels comfortable there, looking to both dodge and feed.
Yeah, Godwin here, guarded by Becca Gable. Not really the matchup you want to see Williams attack, but they will anyways. She does get downhill. Good slide comes from Anna Clark, but they do get inside. That shot was altered.
Yeah.
Goes a mile high from Claudia Russell, but it's backed up by Janj.
Quick
Janj
reset.
attacks from behind X. Stood up by Madeline Delaney. Reynolds on Warrendorf. And here's Collier against Clark.
This should be a matchup they want to.
And the shot clock says, with 25 seconds left, the shot clock's off. Tipped by La Liberty, and it does trickle in. It's an unfortunate one for Molly. She won't feel great about that one. Obviously, anytime a goalie gets their stick on something, they expect to save it. But
Yeah, and, Collier, we said earlier in the game that they're going to have to look to other people besides Vandenbroek to initiate offense. Collier has proved it last week and proven this week that she is a good dodger and can score. Unfortunately, Liberty did get her stick on that shot there from Collier, just couldn't make the save. I know Molly wants that one back.
yeah, definitely. A good move by Collier nonetheless. And they do get it back to within 4. That's what you were saying. It's a bit of a big difference between 4 and 5, right? Because they get one more. They're within 3.
Yeah.
Feels like a very different game. So 21
Definitely
seconds
does.
left in the third quarter. We're back out at the draw circle. Looks like that's Grace Frericks. As we get ready for what could be the final possession of the third quarter. Ball goes up. Conahan can't quite handle it. And Claudia Russell with a good ground ball.
Great ground
draw
ball
control.
by Russell. And look, now she's got transition.
Here comes Janj. Godwin's open if she can find her. She does.
Oh!
It trickles in. That is a tough break, 2 tough breaks in a row for Molly Liberty and this Tufts defense. That's a bit of just a goal that you wouldn't see coming. The pass was there from Jansch to Godwin, not quite on target, and just by some fortune it trickles in.
And to me, that goal really starts with Claudia Russell's ground ball towards the midline. She's able to get that ground ball, even though all 3 Tufts midfielders were pressuring her towards there, leaving a ton of space open for them, the other midfielders, to create the transition. So props to Claudia Russell there. She made a great play that won't show up on the stat sheet, but has definitely showed up in the way this game has changed now. It is 11-8, and it's close.
The hustle from Godwin, too, to sprint all the way from the draw circle down to the crease definitely helped that one happen. And here's Jansch back in the draw circle for the Ephs.
Yeah, this is going to test the poise of this Jumbo's team this year. Had a good lead trickled down. Can they regain control of this game? I think that's what they need to focus on when they're talking at the end of this quarter.
With 7 seconds left, we'll see if this one is actually the final possession. It is controlled by Godwin. So Williams with another draw control. Fed ahead to Vandenbroek. Shovels it behind her back.
Godwin took a hit there.
She sure did. Either way, Molly Liberty will happily collect another save as the third quarter comes to a close. A little bit of a run to end the quarter by Williams. Definitely a big run to start the quarter by Tufts.
Yeah.
But it stays 11-8, so overall Williams can't be too unhappy with that performance.
No, that's exactly what they needed. Some good shots taken. A lucky goal on that last fast break. But, hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that was certainly the case there.
Yeah, and we'll see if Tufts can find a way to crack freshman goalie Ange Ramon. So far, not getting much going against her after the change from Joyce to Ramon.
Yeah, that was really a turning point in this quarter. Good play by the Williams coaching staff to realize that a change was needed.
Yeah. On the Tufts end, it'll be interesting to see how the depth runs in this final quarter. The game is certainly much closer than it was halfway through the third quarter. We'll see whether Walter stays out there or Briotti comes back in. That'll be an interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Shute, I'm going to go put Briotti back in. She did prove that she could create some offense, beat her defender in the one-on-one situation, and then look for the feed. So I'm keeping Briotti in. But, hey, Walter's been playing very well and hustling hard, so can't really go wrong with either option.
Yeah, both of them definitely a lot of hustle. We saw a couple opportunities for Briotti to get on the board in the first half. She did not take them, so perhaps that's a factor on why she's not out there right now. Either way, I would like to see a little bit more of the second midfield for the Jumbos, I think.
Yep.
I think their dodging, when they've been given the opportunities, has been really solid. We saw Jenna Gibbons get that goal in the first half on the free position that she drew. We've seen Rothstein get downhill twice and get good opportunities for the Jumbos. I think that could be something they look to attack.
Yeah, and I think, just in that, I would say the last half of that third quarter, they just weren't getting as much possession as they wanted, whether it be bad clears or just draw control. So I think the Bows need to first focus on just getting possession, settling, and then try to work in the depth of this offense that they've shown today.
Yeah, we'll see if Colette Smith returns to the draw circle to start this fourth quarter.
I think she should. She's been playing very well.
Yeah, it's been Jansch mostly against either Frericks or Delaney. We'll see if Smith is back out there. Either way, Williams has to feel like they have a shot at this game. If they can get a few more from Vandenbroek or Collier or perhaps some unexpected contributions, maybe look for Godwin to get involved.
Yeah, surprised Godwin hasn't scored yet.
Yeah, it's been great defense all around from the Delaney sisters, from Anna Clark, from Grace Frericks when she's out there, and Becca Gable, man. She is so tenacious.
Very.
But either way, so it's Jansch in the draw circle for the Ephs, and looks like it will be Catherine Delaney against her for the Jumbos. So they don't switch it up. It's the first midfield in for the Jumbos.
Oh, and it looks like a change in attack now. They're taking out Colette Smith and putting in Emma Yale, who is also a freshman.
Yeah, another bit of, she did play some against Colby, but definitely untested compared to Gibbons, Carden, and Conahan.
Well, Joe, we asked for depth, and we're getting depth.
We'll see what kind of change that makes. Perhaps she's there to provide more of a dodging threat. We will see.
Could be, could be.
Here's Jansch and Delaney, as previously mentioned. Catherine Delaney and Anna Clark on the wings. As we get ready to start this fourth and final quarter of our game today. It's up in the air, and she wins it to her sister, Madeline Delaney, who gets fouled, so Tufts will get the ball back, and a good chance to start this quarter on a bright note.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, let's see what they can get going on offense.
Good response there by Catherine Delaney. She started to pick up, again, her usual good form on the draws, so good on her.
All right. They swing it back behind. I believe that's Yale.
Yep.
Bringing it up. A little bit of a miscue on her first possession, but that could be expected. Back to Clark, and now Madeline Delaney. And Clark will probably look to initiate up top right here.
Let's see some shake and bake here.
She gets to the left of Collier. Swings it down behind her right. Look for a feed from right.
Right, directing the offense. She's a leader out here.
She'll bring it back around. Flip to Carden. Carden comes hard off the flip. Guarded by Norris. Norris does a good job on her. Oh, beautiful rollback. But 3 people from Williams on Carden, and she just cannot find an open teammate there.
Yeah, she did a good job to get in good position, but Williams knows the help defense has to be there and plays some really good form defense.
There's Madeline Delaney. She'll go left.
Ooh.
Beautiful roll. Good slide by Williams, and she's forced out. She'll reset down to right. Bit of a scramble. Andra Mon really likes to play out of the cage, you can see here.
Yeah, she does.
As well. Here's Emma Yale.
No, I'd like to see these Jumbo's attackers keep their heads up when they're getting these double and triple teams by the Ephs. The Ephs are being aggressive to slide, which means they're leaving someone open on the backside.
Yeah, and it's interesting to me that Colette Smith came out of the game when she did. As Delaney gets inside, saved by Ramon and scooped up as well. She will keep it going and swing it to Isabel Arvello, hoping to clear for Williams.
Yeah, and the Ephs right here with the ball could turn this game into a 2-goal game. And that, I would say, is serious level of concern if you're Coach Shute.
Yeah, Gable chasing after Fulcher Melendi. Able to get it to Yange against Lehan. Back to Fulcher Melendi, and now Collier up top. She gives it to Russell, guarded by Delaney. We haven't seen too much of Russell so far. Back to Warrendorf, who we really have not seen any of.
Yeah. Haven't seen much of Russell on the offensive end, but she's been good in transition and between the boxes.
Yeah, definitely. Here's Godwin getting downhill.
Great
Good
defense by Clark.
Clark takes it away, scoops up the ground ball, and she'll run.
That's the definition of senior leadership right there. Clark doing it herself.
Yeah, gets hacked at by Collier, too. And in the end, that's a good foul from Collier. It stops the fast break. She'll give it to Gable. Gable will get the clear.
Great play by Anna Clark. Oh, and Briotti's now back on the offense.
That's right, and so is Colette Smith.
Interesting.
So they're back to the starters, it would appear, with Wright, Smith, Carden, and Briotti, as well as the first line midfield in Madeline and Catherine Delaney and Anna Clark, who made that great defensive play just moments ago.
Yeah, Madeline Delaney, haven't seen much offensive dodging from her, but on that last possession, she did have a good roll dodge to get some space. Let's look here if she sees her trying to
Not
try
finding
to get
anything
a shot.
yet against Godwin. Gives it down to Wright with a little bit of shake. Over to Briotti. Let's see if Briotti gets anything going. She'll swing it to Delaney. And Delaney will probably look to attack here. She gives it up to Carden. Carden was the main initiator in the first half.
Yeah, she's been a little bit quiet in the second half. You know, could be just Williams' defensive adjustments, or Tufts are looking for a different focal point on offense.
She tries to feed it inside on, probably an ill-advised pass. Picked off by Ange Ramon. Definitely seeing the lack of stick skills there, but also good awareness, good positioning. So she's one to watch in the future.
Yeah, like Ramon makes a great play there to scoop up the ball on the errant pass, but then almost turns it over.
Isabel Arvello gets right through Tufts defense, shoots it straight at the ground pretty much. Bouncer goes over.
Yeah, if you're the Tufts defense, you can't have that happening. Someone coming down Main Street, no.
Jansch pressed hard by Lehan, and Lehan takes it away. Another good play from Madison Lehan, who's been pretty much standing on her head the entire game.
She has.
Gable has it stripped, though. And Lehan is there again.
Let's see if she can get this.
Lehan's there again. 2 shots at the ground ball. Can't quite
1 versus 4 ground ball.
And yet she
Look
picks
at
it
that.
Up. Looks like there's a whistle. It'll go against Williams, so Lehan keeps it.
She's not the tallest defender, but she certainly commands a big presence on that field in those ground ball scrums.
Yeah, she's strong, she's fast, she's tenacious. I mean, like you said, 4-on-1 ground ball there. There's nothing more a coach can ask for.
Yeah. Definitely these seniors are showing out well today, and they're definitely giving it their all, which is great to see.
Colette Smith over to Briotti. Here's Jenna Gibbons. Here's that second midfield I wanted to see earlier.
Yep.
Let's see if they get anything going. Let's see if they set up the sweep for Rothstein again. Carden around the cage. Doesn't get anything yet. Out to Conahan. Conahan to Rothstein.
Yeah, look for Rothstein to try to get Gibbons to come underneath again.
She puts it to Gibbons. Gibbons fumbles it at first. Comes back to Rothstein. There's the underneath from Gibbons. She was open. Rothstein didn't pass it to her.
Look at Smith giving her space.
Rothstein hit hard, goes down. Does draw the whistle. She'll have a free position on the right hash, I believe.
Yeah, just good persistent dodging there by Rothstein. She didn't do anything fancy. She just found an angle, kept pressing it, and will be rewarded with the free position here.
And we're seeing that good things happen when the ball is in her stick and she goes to her right hand. She does get inside, high to high, saved by Rahman. Rahman's been eating up those high shots.
Yeah, that's a tough angle. I think it's one you'd expect Rahman to make, but nevertheless, Rahman has been playing super well since being subbed in.
Agreed. Perhaps not the best decision-making there, but either way, that's a good clear from Molly Hellman. Hit hard by Gable. Gable is furious with the call.
Yeah, I thought that was clean. It looks like she kind of Gable just guided her to her fall, you know?
Yeah, definitely a bit of momentum there, as well as Gable being the larger player. Certainly a tough call. Either way, Fulcher-Melendi over to Collier. Collier has had it going in the second half. Let's see if she can keep it going.
Yep, it's been Collier instead of Vanderbrook in the second half. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if they try to get Vanderbrook involved here.
Reynolds, Warrendorf beats her, but gets no mustard on the shot. And another easy save for La Liberty, who tells her defense to calm down.
Yeah, Molly's such a good leader. But back to that shot, I really don't understand the shot selection because La Liberty has shown that you cannot beat her with an average shot or not even above average shot. It has to be a great shot.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not like Williams has to be, pressing super hard for goals right now. It's a close game and there's time left. I really would have thought they'd take a little more time on offense to get a better look.
So Ivy Bandari comes out on defense for the Jumbos. The second midfield stays on for them as well. Here's Rothstein again. Over to Carden. Carden carries towards the top. Pressed by Russell. Spins back on her. To her left. Nothing there. Back over to Conahan, and something's up.
Oh, wow. Looks like Colette Smith's going to get a free position.
Now, this is the second time someone's drawn a free position on the inside off some kind of off-ball contact. Definitely a positive for the Jumbos.
So it'll be Gibbons here.
Yeah.
See if the freshman can tuck it home.
She had a free position goal earlier today and one yesterday. And she adds a third right there.
Great velocity on the shot. She shot it into that corner with a lot of conviction. Knew she was going there, shot it hard, and just beat a good goalie in Vermont.
Yeah, I like the shot placement a lot better than the last 4 or 5 tough shots.
Yeah.
That's a great way to get out of the funk they've been in. So hopefully that gets them going. Gibbons really proving to be a sharpshooter on these free positions. 3 for 3 on the year.
Yeah, though there was a period for a while there where no goals were being scored, that actually stops the Williams run, which they started when Tufts was up 11-5.
Yeah. Catherine Delaney comes and gets her draw stick as the first midfield returns for the draw. And once again, you see the Liberty run all the way out of her cage to celebrate with her teammates.
Yep. La Liberty is trying to pump it up.
Indeed. Indeed. So let's see on defense. Let's see if Ivy Bandari, the freshman, can make a difference in place of Mary Grace Reynolds. And here's Delaney and Janj at the draw circle once more, a familiar sight today.
Yep, they have been battling all day.
It's up in the air, and looks like Claudia Russell is onto it. And she scoops it up, as you'd expect her to, and a good pass to Janj.
So solid on those ground balls. Russell is definitely a player that the Ephs need to, I feel like they need to feature her a little bit more in their game plan.
Yeah, she is so valuable for them in the draw controls. Several today. A lot of ground balls, really just showing off her savvy.
Yeah, I think something that's so important about this game especially has been ground balls and just kind of the momentum plays that come from ground balls, the transition offense, of which we've seen a good amount. So just look for that as an important factor in how the rest of this game turns out.
Yeah, so Russell over to Fulcher-Melendi, pressured hard by Bandari. Good defense from the freshman.
Great energy coming in by Bandari.
She slips.
A little too ambitious.
Either way, good recovery from the Tufts defense. Madeline Delaney stands up Godwin, as she's done all day long. And a slide from Lehan takes it away. Lehan once again in the thick of things. Can't quite come up with the ground ball, but still a great play.
Great play by Lehan. Good aggressive.
A jumping shot from Collier. A good take, and it looks like she will draw the foul on the cross-check from Delaney.
Oh, we might be seeing a card here. Can't tell yet.
Looks like Delaney may escape without one, at least for now. But they are stopping the clock, so we will see. I believe the referees are deliberating over whether the shot clock should have reset, deciding that it should not have. So either way, it will be a free position for Collier, who will look to add another one. Yeah, so she'll look to add a fourth to her 3 today. And we'll see if Molly Liberty can stay hot.
Oh,
stay hot she does, making a great save once again to Rob Collier. Looks like there might be another free position coming, but either way, what a save.
While Molly Liberty stared down the barrel of the shotgun, stood strong, took the contact, but it didn't matter. She made the save anyways.
So Collier will get it back in a slightly more favorable position. Let's see if the Liberty can produce the same result. And look for the Tufts Jumbos to crash in. This time it goes wide from Collier. And was that backed up by Bandari? It was.
Wow, great
Excellent
hustle play. I love the energy Bandari's been playing with since being subbed in. Yes, she did fall down after some ambitious defense, but either way, good energy, and that will definitely translate to just a better defensive effort overall for the Jumbos.
Yeah, so Ananda Cal comes out and switches out her stick on the sideline. Interesting move there.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about how Vandenbroek has not been getting the ball, but maybe not enough about Cal playing some good off-ball defense on Vandenbroek, denying her the opportunity to get the ball and dodge in her favorite positions.
Here's Walter attacking against Richter. It's nothing, feeds inside. Another nice play from Anjurman, stealing the pass.
All right, I guess I see why she comes out of the net if she can make plays like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of her specialities. Here comes Isabel Arvello on the clear. Dodges past Briotti, runs past Carden. Carden still all over her.
Oh, Arvello's got such great stick control.
Yeah, and here's Russell. Hit hard, manages to keep it somehow. What a play from Russell.
That was a good ride by the Jumbos, just better stick handling by the Ephs.
It was. All right, now here's Vandenbroek, touching it for one of the first times in this quarter, and to be honest, in the half.
Yeah.
But let's see if she can get something going. She drives up to her right, back to her left. Good
wow.
move. What a finish.
That is a
bottom right corner.
They call that one a question mark, the way Vandenbroek came in and then looped back out, resembling the shape of a question mark for the goal there. That's just a great play.
That's right. She drove up with her right hand, comes back to her left, and finishes over the top, a la Charlotte North.
Yep.
A beautiful play, and like we just said, you know, she hadn't been involved in this half at all.
I think she's listening to the broadcast, Joe.
Yeah, once she does, good things happen for Williams.
She had to prove us wrong, so that was a great play. And it was a good defense, too, by Cal.
It was. There's nothing more you can do there.
Just a good matchup in general. Those are both premier players in the NESCAC, I think. So to see that type of battle is a treat for everyone here.
Yeah, keep an eye on both of them.
And watching at home.
A reminder that this is Ananda Cal's second game in her career starting on defense. She's had to step up after the loss of players like Emma Tomlinson and other great defenders for this Jumbos team. So she's definitely doing a great job. #1 cover player.
Yeah.
Doing a good job on Vandenbroek.
Yeah, and I think she uses some of the speed and footwork she developed playing midfield to her advantage here and playing defense. You can tell she's very fluid in her movements, guarding people. So, yeah, just look for this as a development over the season and one of the storylines for this Jumbos team and their defense.
Collier able to control the draw. They swing it back to Godwin. And now it's Hellman. Hellman attacks. Good move. Able to get by Delaney for a moment.
Tough pass.
Player knocked down in the middle. That was Godwin. And they'll turn it over. Good physicality from the Jumbos. Liberty with a long clearing pass on the money. Delaney can't quite handle it, though. And they turn it over. Here's Arvello. Watch out for her in transition.
Yeah, it's a good pass by Liberty. Just a little too much traffic.
A lot of space for Arvello. She gets to her right hand. Good play by Ivy Vandari. Spins back and a good save by La Liberty as well.
Yeah.
Picked up by Vandenbroek. She goes down hard as Lehan falls on her. That'll probably stay with Williams.
Yeah, no surprise there. Lehan just going absolutely all out to play defense there. Vandenbroek, the recipient of a little hit from behind, but nothing too extreme, deems the referees. And it looks like the East will just maintain a normal possession.
Yep. So Cal comes over to guard Vandenbroek again, and Lehan will recover to the middle. A good play from the freshman Ivy Bandari on that last possession.
Yeah, it was. Threatening rollback, too, as well.
Yeah.
Hey, just some good lacrosse on display here.
Here's Arvello going to her right. Couple of fakes. Gable guards her well. Cow against Vandenbroek. Here it is again. She shakes, shimmies back, gets to her left hand. Good slide from Bandari. And
Great
call
defense.
goes the way of the Jumbos. Good defense all around once again.
Yeah, that's great by Cal because I think the Ephs are starting to realize that, time is dwindling down, so they want to get to their playmakers. Cal knowing that she's going to be attacked by Vandenbroek in terms of their offensive game plan and just staying solid and drawing the violation there. That's great.
And looks like Tufts will take a timeout as Lehan was being pressured by 2 or 3 Williams players. Chose not to give it up to Gable on the far side. Either way, you can trust Lehan to run the clears.
I gotta say, I don't understand why the refs just can't whistle a timeout instead of blowing an air horn that everyone can hear pretty loudly. But nevertheless, it is a timeout. Team's talking it over. We're at kind of a critical juncture in this game. It's 12-9, around 3 minutes left, I believe. So.
Yeah.
Ephs are probably going to put in some sort of press, right?
Yeah, they'll definitely need to find a way to get back in this game. We saw it yesterday as the breeze hits once more. We saw it yesterday up in Maine with Tufts. They had to press out. They played a bit of a backer zone with Ananda Cow as the backer to try to press the Colby team. Colby moved the ball quite well and was able to get 3 or 4 goals off open looks. So Williams will probably try to press, and Tufts will look to take advantage of it. So we'll see who can manage it better.
Yeah, but I will say the Ephs have been looking strong in generating transition offense. Maybe not as strong in actually converting on that transition offense, but they can get the ball up and down the field quickly, which will give them an advantage in trying to come back from a 3-goal lead in this amount of time.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful that they've been dominating the draw in the second half as well.
Yeah, but
especially in this quarter.
It all comes back to how the Jumbos are going to play. I think they're dictating the pace of this game right now, and if they can just string together some good long possessions, they'll probably just wind Williams down for the rest of this game and not really feel any threat that their lead might be in.
Yeah, so we'll see what kind of set Tufts comes out with. Looks like Ivy Bandari, the freshman, will stay out there on defense. And for the attack, it is Briotti, Walters, Wright, and Carden. So Colette Smith takes a little break. And we've got our first midfield of Clark and the Delaney sisters.
Yep, this is a lineup we've seen a decent amount today. Walter coming in, like you said, for Smith. It'll be interesting to see if Walter can create a little offense for herself. But I have to say, I'm guessing they are going to rely on the seniors. It's late in the game. I think Anna Clark or Catherine Delaney is going to be trying to take this one to the net.
Yeah, and at this point, with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game, it's all about long possessions, patient possessions, and only taking good looks. You don't want to turn it over fast and give Williams a way back into it.
Agreed, and they have 70 seconds to kill if they want, so that's almost half of the time remaining.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Courtney Shute will want them to kill more or less about as much as they can.
For sure.
And you see it right now in the way they move the ball up top. Just kind of moving it around the perimeter. They probably won't look to attack until like 20 or 30 left on the shot clock.
Yep, just getting some good stick work practice in.
All right, so here's Delaney over to Clark. Looks like Clark might dodge. Thinking about it.
Nope.
And Delaney gets it back. Yeah.
She'll dodge.
She'll go against Arvello. Does not get much space. Hit hard. Draws the whistle. So Tufts has to be happy with that result.
Yeah, that was a good, quick little kind of juke jab step by Delaney to get her defender off her line, and she draws the foul. So
this is a good free position opportunity. Let's see where she tries to place this shot, because we've seen Rahman eat everything up high. That
and
one's
she goes low.
And it's in the back of the net for Delaney. That's a big goal for the Jumbos.
Huge goal.
Restore the 13-9 lead, 4 goals lead. This one is much more in the bag than it was at 3.
Yeah, I think that goal will be the nail in the coffin, or the dagger, as they like to say in basketball. That's just a great play. I think that Delaney, as a senior, like we said, we're looking for the seniors to close this game out, and she does.
That's right.
It's just up to the Jumbos to control the pace of the game and just make sure that they're able to keep the Ephs from scoring quickly, which they have been so far. The Ephs have really had to work for these goals.
Yeah, and I'm impressed with the shot placement there. I called it out. Vermont has eaten everything up high, whereas Joyce ate everything up low, and they've had to adjust a couple times, and it seems like they're adjusting well.
Looks like Walter on the draw here.
Against Jans. Jans wins it forward.
That's a
right
great
to the stick
draw.
of Collier, who picks it up.
That's the best draw I've seen all day.
Collier gives it up to Vandenbroek, who you will expect will probably attack here, look to find something, get something going. They'll swing it back to Russell.
Yeah, you got to move quickly here if you're the Ephs. No time to move it around the horn. Get it to whoever you want to dodge. Oh,
Good pass to Godwin, but it's knocked down by Delaney. There was definitely a set play there with the cut from Godwin, but Delaney was wise to it and creates a big turnover that can effectively help ice the game for the Jumbos.
No, an intelligent play for the Ephs there, but that really requires a pinpoint pass.
Huge clearing pass from Lehan right into the stick of Cow. Well done.
Yeah, that was a
And
great
that's
play.
a big clear for the Jumbos.
Huge clear, huge clear. The Jumbos are definitely going to wind some time down now.
Yeah, so with just under 2 minutes remaining in the game and 60 on the shot clock, we've got Anna Clark here up top. Jumbos in no rush at all to get anything going.
Nope.
Back to Delaney. Williams not pressuring as much as they could be. I think they know, and here comes Delaney down the lane. Maybe that's why Clark has it knocked away, and
Ramon
Angerman
grabs
scoops it up. She's under pressure, though. A lot of pressure, but that goalie stick is hard to get the ball out of.
Certainly.
And it'll go up to Hellman. Good hustle from Walter, though, to get back in the play, and that'll kill another 10 seconds of time. And in the end, Walter's hustle not quite paying off, and finally Wright picks it up, has it stripped away, and it is Collier who comes up with it after a wild scramble, but either way, another 20 seconds off the clock,
Exactly.
so the Jumbos will be happy.
The
with it.
longer the scramble, the better for the Jumbos.
Now Williams has to clear against this tenacious ride.
1 minute left.
Claire Wright is all the way back there, tracking back. Finally, they get the clear. Godwin bumped. She'll reset. Really has never been able to get anything going today.
No, she hasn't, and that's just a testament to Gable, who's been on her a lot. It looks like Delaney's been guarding her a decent amount as well today, so good job on them.
Lehan, physical play. Bodying up Madison Fulcher-Melendi. And here's Collier. Once again unable to get anything going. Shot clock is off. With 20 seconds left, Williams is not finding any look at the cage. Pass inside, knocked down, scooped up by Clark, who gives it back to Liberty, and this game is all but over.
Yeah. You know, and I think in a sport like women's lacrosse, it's really tough to try to manufacture quick goals, just given the size of the field in between the goals and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, comeback attempt was not going to work.
So here's Cal as time expires, and the Jumbos will get their first win of the season, 13-9 over a tenacious Williams Ephs team who played quite well.
Yeah, a much-needed win for the Jumbos after being definitely disappointed with their effort yesterday. I think Coach Shute can look at this game as a good full-team effort. There were bright spots on defense, in the midfield, and on attack with Margie Carden, 4 goals. She was really the offensive fire starter of this team.
Yeah, so definitely still a lot to work on for Schute's team and the Jumbos, but also a lot to take away from this, and it's always good to get that first win on the board, especially at home. All the freshmen look to be getting their legs under them, playing really well.
Yeah.
So a lot of bright hopes for this season.
Yeah, surprised by this freshman class. They're stepping up, playing really well. It's not easy to walk into a top 5 team in the nation with no college experience and get some playing time, so good for them.
Yeah, certainly not. So for Williams, Shea Vandenbroek finishes with 4 goals and an assist, 3 goals for Grace Collier, and then a goal apiece for Mason Yange and Molly Hellman. For the Jumbos, 4 goals for Margie Carden, the freshman, getting her career off to a great start. 3 goals and an assist for Claire Wright. Oh, and also an assist for Carden. 2 goals for Delaney, 2 goals for Gibbons. Anna Clark and Caroline Conahan each finishing with 1 in the 13-9 win from the number 2 ranked Tufts Jumbos. I'm Joe Schmidt here with Kyle Amante. It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you come back for us as the season goes on to watch this Tufts women's lacrosse team aim for their national championship hopes.
So hypnotic, magical. don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
Let me show you something.
All right, here with Claire Wright here, graduate attacker, had 3 goals and 1 assist today, and a big win for the Jumbos. Claire, after maybe a disappointing start to the season yesterday, what did Coach Schutz say to get you guys motivated and ready for a big win?
Something that we always say is focus on your R, which is your response. So an event happens, and plus your response is the outcome. So today we really focused on our response to yesterday's loss. And our response was to come out hard and understand that we have a target on our back and that every team is going to fight hard.
Definitely. You guys played really well today all around. As a veteran, a seasoned veteran, what does it mean to see some of these freshmen like Carden and Gibbons come up and make some big plays?
It's incredible. It's just so exciting. It really goes to show that it doesn't matter what year you are, you can step up, be a leader, be a spark, and it's just exciting for the program.
Definitely.
Sure.
Claire Wright, thank you very much for
you.
talking with us. Congratulations on your win. Go
Thanks,
enjoy the
Kyle.
rest of the evening.
Thank you.
These things are fancy.
I know, right?
You're so hypnotic, magical.